Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 5, so that means we are live. Thank you for joining us on this fine Sunday evening. It's 5 o'clock. There's 20 of you here in the audience. There is a very special guest on the panel, and I can't wait to have a good old chinwag with him. There will, of course, be questions. As you know, we will have a good old chinwag, and I hope to see all of your best memes in the chat. But there will also be a giveaway. As always, I've had a bit of a whip round this time, guys. I can't lie. I've raided the cupboards. I've put my hand down the couch. I've dug everywhere to put something together for you this week. So we'll see what you think about that when we get to it. We will be using Little John's Wonder Wheel once more. And there he is. He's in the background this time, behind our special guest sticker. And you know what? I'm going to get straight to the shout outs, the thank yous for being here before we move on to our special guest. So, who have we got joining us so far? I'll start from the top and make our way down. Silver Punk, BBA, Ian Atterbury, Villainous Bounty, Calc, Jamie Frost, Sandy Millington, Cy the Soundman, Miss Stacking with Craven, Luke 365, Danny Millington, Noctivi Gilius. If I butchered that, I'm really sorry. Robot Toaster, Shiny Silver, Ocker MMM, Mad Cat, Stacks of Silver, Silver Strike, Ninja, SBC, Scottish Bullion Collector, and Kieran Coyens. Thank you all, 22 of you, for joining us. Maybe some more to join shortly. But without further ado, let's get this show started. Our special guest this week is my very good friend, Diaxus. He's here with us now. How are you doing, my good friend?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Good to be here, mate.
Yeah, I'm delighted that you are here. It's been a long-awaited episode, as you know. Before we do start, I will ask last week's question from the special guest last week, but I just want to touch on what did you have to go through this week to be able to be here and have a camera? Do you want to just start by explaining that so everyone knows your dedication to this?
Well, obviously, everyone knows that I record your episodes. So it's super awkward to be able to try and put my... Well, I can't just use my phone because my PC sounds like a wind tunnel. So everything has to be recorded through OBS. So the phone was out of the question. I did try to stream the phone to the computer, but then that meant going through OBS, so I couldn't have two open and record at the same time. So I tried to use my old vlog camera from like 8-9 years ago. Ordered a cable on Amazon. It was the wrong size cable. So I literally, I think it was literally Friday night, I was looking for my webcam with the hopes of potentially picking one up. I am going to get a 4K one at some point, so this isn't going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, the webcam I ended up digging out, it took me multiple hours to find. It's like 12, 14 years old.
Message. Yeah, you sent me a message, mate, at 6:45.
I
was long gone, but I woke up to this 6:45 in the morning, and Diaxus basically sent me a message, long story short, saying, I found it. And I was like, what? You're still looking? Oh my God, you've been through hell and back, but you have got a camera. You are here. And I'm very thankful that you are. There's 27 of us watching right now. Let's get into the questions. The first question, Diaxus, is from last week's special guest. And that was, of course, for episode 10, the Coin Cutter. Had so much fun. What a very interesting guy with his story and what he's doing now. I really enjoyed that. But he left a question for you. And that question is, have you ever been caught in a compromising position with your coins? Ooh.
I guess that's a really hard one to answer because it's quite a deep thing. Like nothing like dodgy. Like I'm quite new to stacking, so I've literally
go
in my 13th month at this point. So I haven't really had them long enough to be able to be caught in any weird position, so to speak. But I don't know really. I'm gonna say no.
That's okay.
I don't know if that's gonna...
yeah, I mean, the answer was, have you ever? So if your answer is no, then that's the answer. So there we go. Coin Cutter, Diaxus has never been caught in a compromising position with his coins. I don't know about the guys in the chat. Have you ever been caught in a compromising position? We'll have to see. But I've got a few more questions for you here. Well, quite a few, actually, including a rapid fire round before we move to the chat afterwards. So let's go straight into it. Are you ready for my collection of questions, Diaxus? Thanks for the first one.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just pin things back and go to the very start. You mentioned there, was it 13, 14 months ago? Yep. So I want to know, what is your stacking origin story? Was there one moment that made you start buying precious metals?
I was going to say there's one moment that made me not buy precious metals, which is a whole video in itself. So from a kid, I've always been like a closet coin collector. I didn't really realize I was a coin collector, but obviously now I've started stacking. Ever since growing up, when we'd go on holiday, I'd always keep a couple of coins from wherever we went to. So I've got a little baggie of like random coins from around the world. But yeah, the reason why I almost didn't was because I got hacked with like my crypto. To the point, I think the leak was through a Discord group, which is why I almost never joined Stacker Social.
Wow.
I must admit, I was watching, like, you go through all the different channels and stumbled across 365, and he kept mentioning Stacker Social, Stacker Discord, and I was like, oh, do I not, and kind of umming and ahhing for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then in the end I did pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
And then it just so happens that within, I don't know what it was, like within a month, it was the 1 year anniversary, and then I ended up winning the 1 year anniversary. So yeah,
yes,
I think that was like my 6th or 7th week of stacking that I won the jackpot. And so yeah, and that kind of
an iconic moment of history. That was the official duck race in an actual sort of flowing river that TSC did live, didn't he? He's wearing his wellies or whatnot, and you won that. I've seen. I wasn't in Stacker Social at that point in time. I joined in April this year, but I have gone and watched it back, and I've also seen your video where you showed what you won, and that was a hell of a bundle, my friend.
Yeah, well, that's literally where, if I can grab him, little barbarian duck comes into it, because he was the duck that won it. Yeah, we've even got a little message on the bottom. Congrats from TSC. So yeah, super cool. That's why he always lives in the backdrop. So yeah, my little champion duck.
Have you still got everything that you won?
Everything bar one piece. And after looking at kind of what you said about in a later question, it comes into that with trading.
Okay. All right. Well,
did do a trade.
Yeah. So you were reluctant to join Stacker Social when you've always been a collector of coins since a young age, as you've been around the world. That's interesting to know. Something that you've always been interested in. You've joined Stacker Social just before the 1 year anniversary. You've obviously been stacking since. You've built up a stack. So do you remember what was your very first silver or gold piece? And do you still have it?
Yes. Depending where you kind of go with it. Silver-wise, my very, very first pickup was actually a handful of pre-decimal. So
okay.
It was the seller actually messed up because he said it was 50%, but there was a couple 925s in there. But I ended up getting 35.6 grams of silver for like £11.06 with postage, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Obviously, spot's gone up since. But I have actually got my other, like if you're talking about bullion, I have got my other silver. Let me just double click to make my camera big for the video. So yeah, so my very first silver pickup was actually this one. 10-ounce Scottsdale.
Beautiful. You can't go wrong with Scottsdale mint. They're my favorite mint. I'm trying to get more and more. I love what they put out.
So that was actually, I think I looked at the prices the other night, and it was 240 quid I paid on that one.
And that's for 10 ounces. Wow. I mean, one of them now, what you're looking at, 350 maybe?
Somewhere around there. It's certainly above 300.
Yeah, for sure.
And then as for gold, literally, because this was all in my first month of stacking, As well as that 10 ounce, I also picked up, and this has never been on video. Try and do it the right way up.
Oh, exclusive.
Shield back, half sovereign.
What year is it?
87, I think. 1887, Jubilee head.
Jubilee head.
I don't know
Shieldback.
if that's even going to focus in properly, but probably not. But yeah, 1887 Jubilee head.
I can certainly make out Victoria, and you got it in a nice capsule with the foam as well.
And I paid £220 for that one.
And that's a full sovereign?
Half sovereign.
Half sovereign, okay. Well, that's still really good. I think a half sovereign's around the 300 mark or just over, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the thing is as well, the last time I actually checked prices, because it was the Jubilee head, they were actually going £30 or £40 more than a standard half sovereign.
Yeah, there's a premium on them. Yeah, for sure. Wow. You've got some really nice pieces. I am yet to get 10 ounce. I'm yet to get any gold, but it's all to come. It's all exciting, and it's great to see other people and find out what their first pickups were, what they've got. I'll never, ever get bored of seeing the shiny stuff. I really won't. So that's interesting. All in all, with where you're at now, Diaxus,
Yep.
do you see yourself more as a stacker, collector, or investor? And how has that balance changed over time? I will throw in there, we know you're into your precious metals. You mentioned before a backstory of crypto,
Yep.
which kind of leads into investment. Where are you at with that as well, if you want to tie that in? Where would you say you are overall? Is precious metals the focus? Where would you say you are?
I try and, well, same as anything, you don't keep all your eggs in one basket. So I do try and like split between a few. So I have dabbled in a little bit of each. But yeah, I would say I'm more so an investor. It's not for short-term gains, obviously it's long-term. Like the main goal would be to actually end up buying myself my own property or doing other things, but yeah, I would say definitely I'm a stacker. I'm more so weight over kind of like the premium stuff, although I do have a couple of premium pieces.
Yeah, it's hard not to, isn't it? The odd one pops up and you just got to buy it. It's just because you love it. I like to see myself as a weight stacker, but I'm certainly guilty of picking up premium pieces. So yeah, one day I could say I'm one, the next I could go completely against it. I think it depends on the day and what's available. So there we go. The stack grows either way, doesn't it?
Well, this is it.
That's interesting. So going forward then, with what we know about you so far, you're more of a stacker. We know where you started. You've always had an interest in collecting coins. But going forward, Diaxus, if you could only stack one form, coins, bars, or rounds, for the rest of your life, which would you choose and why?
That's an easy, well, it is an easy answer, but I'm kind of torn between two. So definitely would be coins. And I would probably end up saying it's the Britannia. I don't know how well that's going to focus in, but yeah, it's going to be the Britannia because you can get silver and gold. And obviously they go up to like 10 ounce kilos, and there's all sorts of different sizes you can go through. And then obviously it's all CGT as well. So if and when it's time to sell, then obviously you're covered with that. But it is closely tied with the sovereigns because I do love my sovereigns. But if
the same applies to them, right?
Oh yeah, they're all CGT.
Yeah, it's just a different metal. I think I would be very much in line with your answer there, mate. Personally, my stack, I have a long way to go to get the stack where I want it to be, and that just takes time and steady progression and investment. But yeah, I think long term, the Brits and the gold sovereigns are a really safe bet, especially if you're stacking in the UK.
That's like the majority of my stack, but if it was to pinpoint to one, it would be Britannia's, just because you get the flexibility of the different sizes and the different metals. So you could buy silver ones as well as the golds.
That's a really good answer. And also mentioning that with the Britannias, you're not just stuck on silver here. You've got the gold, and you've also got the Britannias have such variations of weight. They go up to the 1 kilo, isn't it? In the silver, is that right?
Yeah, I don't know about gold, but obviously they start from like 1/10. And as much as I love the bars, like the bars don't come into CGT, so although like knowing how like the government works, probably by the time it comes time to sell, CGT won't be a thing, and we'll be paying tax anyway. But yeah, if it's a potential of like avoiding that, then obviously that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I do want to just ask the chat on this just while we're on it. We obviously, if you're in the UK, there's a big preference and loads of benefits of going for the Britannias with the silver. What do you guys think, just quickly in the chat, first few that have a thought on this? Do you think the government will keep the CGT, exemptions the same, or do you believe, like Diaxus just said there, which I think the same, they could change it, and by the time, if I say I want to sell mine in 20 years or so, do you think that that those exemptions will still be in place? VB says no. Silver Machine says yes. Either Salman says no. Shiny Silver says they'll get rid of it at some point. Yeah, that's what you said, Diaxis, as well.
Potentially,
it
yeah.
could happen. So the old four's selling little and often for cash. If cash is still around, good point. Everything's going to be digital at some point. It's inevitable. Big Shift, he says, always looking for a tax income stream, so likely we'll get rid. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We don't know for sure, but they're going to try and pull money from somewhere. VB says they will greedily snap up the tax on it as soon as they deem they can. Ian says we will be paying CGT on it. Yeah, I think there's a general consensus there. Luke also says, I think CGT allowance will be gone, but exemption will still exist. Yeah.
But then that's the beauty with like stackers, where you've got the marketplace. Obviously, you don't necessarily have to go through mainstream. So if it's 1 or 2 coins, you can kind of avoid certain fees. Certainly, like even with eBay, you pay a fee just to sell or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, and everything's being tracked so much. I think, like you said, I think the ability to sell through the likes of maybe marketplace here on Stacker Social, which is great. You can sell a few coins. You can get a fair price for it, whilst also the person buying will get a cheaper price than main dealers, and it's not sort of being tracked, so they can track you for all the tax reasons and different things. I'm not encouraging anything here. I'm just saying, selling the odd coin. Yeah, there's a lot to think about, but it's a very interesting topic. I appreciate the guys in the chat for sharing your thoughts, and I will come back to you as and when on those topics, and you will have your own segment, which I look forward to. But really good answer, Diaxis. And I think it's an open talking point. And if they were, a last one on that, mate, if they were to remove those exemptions, just theoretically, when do you think that would come into play if you had to predict?
I have no idea, mate. Could be any time, but I can't see anything happening for a few years at least. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
5, 10, 20 years down the line, who knows? Do you know what I mean? Like even like going as deep as like pensions are potentially at risk at this point. So literally anything's possible. So
yeah. Don't mention the pension. Don't mention the pension. It's a spicy topic.
This is it.
We talk about the retirement age. I've been open and honest. I'm nearly 29 years old. I honestly believe that the official retirement age will be about 74 by the time I get there. So I'm stacking this beautiful stuff here because I'm not going to hopefully be relying on the pension. I want to set myself up with other investments in other hard assets, as we all are.
This is my pension, so.
Exactly, and for a lot of people it is. So you have that big stack and you can sell it as and when you get to that age and you've got an income. That's exactly what it's for. Really good stuff. It's a whole other topic, but yeah, I'm very in line with how I plan to stack. So Diaxus, that was an interesting one. Now, this sort of moves forward to the future with your stacking journey. Do you believe in having a goal weight for your stack, or is it an open-ended journey?
For me personally, it's open-ended. I think having a weight goal is really good. So, for instance, the fill a tube challenge to get like 25 in a tube is like a really good like motivation. Like, 5 more till I fill the tube, and it like really like pushes you to collect more. But I wouldn't say have a weight goal, because like once you hit your weight goal, what are you going to do? Just stop? So no, I think it's
the thing, right?
I think it's open-ended. Unless it's short-term and there's something that you actually need the money for. So you're saving for a car, you're saving for a house, whatever. And then once you've hit your weight goal, then you can sell. But no, it's open-ended. I'd imagine that's for most people as well.
Yeah, I think even if you'd hit a certain goal, you were happy with a stack. it's just fun. For me personally, stacking is just fun. I'll never get bored of unboxing shiny silver 1 ounce coin or
Yeah.
adding something new to the stack. I love the process. I just love seeing the new designs. Royal Mint release something new every other week, so you feel like you've got to get it. You give into the FOMO. We're all guilty of it. Don't lie. I certainly am. But yeah, I think a goal weight is good. And I think in a visual form, such as you said, if you've got a tube, there is a Stack a Tube challenge within Stacker Social. That's great. I need to get one of those tubes, probably for Britannia's, because it's not just getting to that 25, I think you said it holds.
25 for Brits, yeah.
Yeah, it's also, when you get there, there's that feeling of completion, which is rewarding in itself. I know I watch your videos, Diaxus, and I love your channel.
Thank you, mate.
I've seen you filling those tubes with Britannia's. I think you've got at least one tube full now, and you're working on a second.
Technically,
right?
if I was to combine my coins, I would have a tube filled. But like
Ah,
the OCD in my head, I want like all Queen Elizabeths, all Charles. I know Selfall
it's
kind
all
of took the mickey out of me a little bit because I was doing it that way, but
good old CL4.
yeah, no, I don't. That's just how my brain works. If it's going to be Elizabeths, they got to be all Elizabeths and not mix and match.
Ooh. Well, here's another question to pick from that for you first, and then I'll ask you in the chat. Nice, easy. We'll just talk about any generic bullion here, but do you prefer Queen Elizabeth II or King Charles on them? Because I see a lot of people saying they prefer the coins with Elizabeth on. What's your preference, Daxus?
Personally, as far as I'm concerned, silver, so it doesn't really bother me too much. Whichever one is the cheapest, I would say. But no, I think Queen Elizabeth probably, just because of like the history and how long she was queen, and obviously she's no longer with us.
That's it. The last one being in 2023, I believe, and there's a premium on some of them. There's the one where obviously we're in the same year. You've got Charles coming in. You've also got the last ones that were made.
Yeah, well, there's actually
Elizabeth.
3 in 23, because you've got the Elizabeth, which is the last of hers. Then you've got the Charles with the crown, and then you've got a Charles.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
And same again, obviously Charles is quite old now, so I don't know how many years he's going to be king. So there could be a premium on his stuff later down the line because he may only have a short reign.
Yeah, quite similar to King Eddie years ago, which I think was only 10 years or 9 years of the coinage. But just to pick up on a few Diaxis on that question from the chat, BBA says Elizabeth all day. Ian Attenbury says, I've done the same Diaxis, 2 part-filled tubes now. I'm guessing Ian's organising them into Elizabeth and Charles. Amazing. That's good. Shiny Silver prefers Queen Elizabeth. I think I probably do. Calc, I also have my Queen Elizabeth II and King Charles III coins separated on my spreadsheet. Yeah, spreadsheets are a great way to log the stack. Mad Cat says Queenie forever. Silverhordian says, Diaxis, when I visit you in mixing your tubes with Britannia.
Mate, before you read that, I already knew what he said. I knew what was coming.
He's a menace, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why I've got a second location where my stash is hidden, so you can come to my house. You ain't gonna find my coins.
That's it. A few more here, guys. Ice and Fire Edward says, if I can avoid, I won't get King Charles. Fair enough. Danny says, no greater lady than our Queen. Charles, just a custodian till we get wills. Yeah, fair enough. Josh, good to see you in here, Josh. McDonald Bullion, who says, Queen Elizabeth II portrait on the Maples and Britannia's used to get a lot of slack. I found some years back. After her passing, people seem to prefer Queen Elizabeth II over Charles. Yeah, I'd say that's very true. And thank you for the comment. What do you think about that, Diaxis?
Sorry, mate, I was having a drink. What was the question?
Okay. No, just basically, McDonald Bullion said that the Queen Elizabeth II portrait on the Maples and the Britannia's used to get a lot of slack. Obviously, after her passing, people seem to prefer Queen Elizabeth. What do you think?
Well, I must admit, I do love the Maples. I did start to collect. I've only got a handful, but I did get a tube for Maples, which potentially is going to be next year's tube. But yeah,
the Maples are stunning.
Yeah, I do like a Maple, to be honest. The only thing that, and same again, it brings me back to that CGT. If that stays intact, you will lose 20%, which is a big chunk. And as far as I'm concerned, like, I've earned my money, I've paid my taxes. I shouldn't be paying taxes on my taxes. So I
Yeah, you're paying
tend not
tax.
to go down that route, but I am going to fill at least one tube of maples.
It's horrible when you think you get taxed on your earnings from your income.
Yeah,
You then pay tax when you buy something, and potentially you could be taxed when you sell it.
yeah.
It's not easy, but there we go. Nerd UK says Lizzie all the way. Sandy Millington said all silver stackers end up wishing. Charles, okay. We just want low mintages, okay. The Mercian says even the circulating salmon 50p is hitting near £100. That's 3 times 1 ounce Brits. Yeah, the famous salmon 50p. Do you collect 50p's, Diaxus?
I do, mate. I actually, mate, literally after TSCs and searching for that camera, I recorded a 50p video at like, I don't know, gone midnight. It was like almost 1 o'clock in the morning when I recorded it. So yeah, I've got a 50p video coming out on the next video.
Oh,
So,
there we go.
A 50p update.
I'm not really in the game with the 50p's. I know a few of you guys in here are. I know a certain BBA who I spoke to literally yesterday, and he has about £400 worth of 50p's, and not just any 50p's. They're all the what would you call them? Commemorative?
Yeah, but you say that though,
Yeah.
like Benson bought a single 50p for 600 quid the other day.
I know.
Like, not being
Benson.
funny, this takes me back to the whole, do I like Britannias versus premiums and all that? It's a 50p, like, do you know what I mean? As much as I love them, like, even with like going for like special ounce coins versus standard ounce coins, I just can't do it. I look at it and it's like, that's £10 more than a Britannia. If I bought 5 of them, I could have an extra coin. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. That's how I think.
This comes down to something, right? When we talk about selling something, okay, you're looking. There's always a price depending on what someone's willing to pay for it. And for example, Benson, if that 150p is really rare and it holds value in itself because it's hard to get, and it also holds value because it could be the last one you need to complete a collection. Some people are massive on the completing collections. It's worth that to the individual. It's so very much down to the individual and their own circumstances and what they're willing to pay for it. I can't see myself ever spending £600 on a 50p, just like you said. But to some people, that
like
could be a great price, you know?
For certain people, there is that market that wants those 50p's and they will pay that premium. And it's the same
absolutely.
as the premium silver and everything else. But it's not as big as the people, like the market for a standard Britannia. That you could sell that anywhere. It's so liquid versus something where you need someone who actually wants that piece. So that's part of the reason. It's like, at the end of the day, although I've got this for my retirement, potentially it's going to like my nieces and nephews. So I want something that's liquid that they can just take to anywhere, whether it's Atkinson's or Marketplace or wherever, and it just be gone, rather than trying to find that special person that needs to spend that amount of money to get that piece.
Yeah, and this is why, for all the other reasons we've mentioned, Britannia's are a really safe bet, especially here in the UK, because I don't think there can be any other silver bullion coin that will be as liquid as a Britannia. Would you agree?
No, yeah, definitely that and sovereigns.
Globally recognized, they are what they are. It's a Britannia. It's 1 ounce of fine silver, and they are fantastic. I hope to get many more. Diaxus, what you just said there ties us in nicely to my next question, which is, have you ever bought something you regretted adding to your stack?
I mean, yes and no. Same again, this falls into my first month of stacking, and we do kind of make mistakes. It's not necessarily a mistake as such, but like 2 coins that I did buy. I ended up buying a couple commemoratives, which I tell you what, hold on, let me double click so I can get that full screen. So yeah, is
that the 77 one?
Yeah, 77 Jubilee silver proof, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I also got from the same place, it was just like a jeweler, and they had some coins for sale. So there's like a Spitfire silver proof, and they were like £25 a pop, where obviously at the same time I probably could have got a Britannia for a little bit extra. But the thing is, it was within the first, I don't know, 3 weeks of me stacking, and I just wanted to get my first bit of bullion. And I went to this guy. I knew that he did do kind of under the table bullion deals, and the only thing he had available at the time was some silver proofs. So it was like my very first step onto the ladder. And then
Yeah.
literally within a week, I ended up buying that half sovereign in the 10 ounce off of him.
When you say proof, was it 925?
Yeah, 95. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on proof coins?
I don't dislike them, but obviously, same again. You need that person that wants to buy that versus obviously the Britannias, which are easily sold.
Yeah, I just want to quickly get the chat involved with that.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, guys, because we've got other questions to go through. But can you just put a yay or a nay? Proof coins, yay or nay? What are your thoughts on proof coins? Because I had this discussion with Ian Atterbury and Nerd UK yesterday, which was interesting. What are your thoughts? Proof coins, 925 silver proof coins. Nay, nay, nay. Yeah, I'm getting a few yes and no. Sandy says nay. Silverpunk says deface them, of course. Stacks of silver, nay. Sai says yes on the low mintages. Yeah, fair enough. Yes at the right price from Silver Machine. There's a few more nays. Robot Toaster says, I'll buy anything if the premiums are low. Yeah, a good deal is a good deal. It's still silver at the end of the day. Stacking with Craven says, designs are beautiful, but no. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I must admit, I've even gone and bought a silver proof recently off of TSC. And same again.
Yes.
So I don't know if you saw like the original Proof Sovereign video. So the very first 1981 Proof Sovereign I saw was in a twin set, and it came with the Charles Dana Silver Proof in a 2-coin case. So originally I was going to buy that one, and then I was waiting for my wages to clear, and then it actually sold before my wages had cleared in time. And then it took another 6 months before Atkinson's got another Proof Sovereign, which is the one in the background. But yeah, I mentioned it to TSC the other night, and he said, "What, this one?" and pulled out a Charles Dana Silver Proof. So just because it's my birth year, I actually bought one of those, but he done me a good deal on it. So yeah, it is what it is.
I think it's a little bit different with the proof sovereigns, maybe to the 925 silver proofs that we see quite regularly. I understand on them ones, certainly. But yeah, it's an interesting talking point. I'm in a bit of a mixed place at the moment. I am looking to sell some of my 925 silver proofs. So if anyone's interested, let me know. But I won't talk about that anymore on here. Diaxus. On that note, I'd like to ask you, what's the most unusual or unexpected item in your collection?
Well, the most unexpected is one that I've yet to receive, and that was last weekend's 365 donation. So yeah, that was a bit out of the blue.
The naked silver lady stacker 2 ounce.
Naked lady, mate. Yeah, man.
That's it. That was.
Yeah,
that was from Brits and Subs 500 subs giveaway, and of course everyone said #rig because 2 of the winners was Cider Soundman and 365. 2 of the founders. It's got to be rigged, hasn't it? Has to be. But 365, I don't know if this was made public, but 365. Again,
well, it will be because I'll make a video, but
yeah, but just shout out to 365. He's donated 100%, man. If I could do the same, mate, for everything that you do for me in the background of this podcast, I'd give you that, you know, and I was really happy to see that you got that. So thanks to 365 and well deserved to you, mate. Are you looking forward to opening that?
Oh, I can't wait, mate. Literally, well, technically it's my second stacker if you include the Scottsdale, but yeah, it's my first proper, like, actual stacker. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, mate. I can't wait. So yeah, probably. Go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, is that your answer then? That the naked lady is the most unusual or unexpected item?
Well, definitely is the most unexpected, mate, because, yeah, we finished the live last week. I was getting ready to transfer the file over to you, and, yeah, Brits and Sov sent me a message. So, yeah, I was not expecting that one bit.
Yeah, I think 365 has 1 or 2 of them already, to be fair to him. He absolutely loves them. So good on him for passing that forward. What an absolute gentleman. But fair enough. That is a good answer. Now, I want to talk about your channel, Diaxus, because there is an interesting backstory to this, which I'd like you to touch on. Because you had a bit of a journey on YouTube before your content became about the precious metal stuff. So I kind of want you to tie that into your answer if you can, just for the people listening. I find it interesting. But what inspired you to start creating content about stacking? And please just add a bit in there about where you were at before with YouTube and your streaming and stuff.
Well, it all started back in 2013. I actually done my I think it was like one of my first videos is like around that time, and I was doing live streaming over on Twitch, and I was making content on YouTube. Done that for multiple years. Got quite a big following on both of them, to be fair. But yeah, literally within the last 6 years, I just took a break through like other kind of like, I don't know, just because of me really overthinking things in mental health and whatnot. So yeah, it was the reason why I actually got started. Obviously I won the 1 year Stack of Social anniversary, and a couple of the members actually reached out to me and said like, are you going to make a video? And I was like, no, not really, mate. I don't make videos. And they're like, oh, it'd be really good. I think you should do it. It's part of Stack of Social history. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should. And then one of them was saying, mate, just make a video, even if you just send it to me personally for me to watch. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, so then I ended up making the first video, and it kind of just went from there. Obviously the community pulled together and we had some really good views on it. So yeah, and then it's all kind of gone down the rabbit hole and back into making content again.
Yeah, which I'm very glad to see, by the way. I think the skill set you've got with like the Stream Deck, the PC setup, everything. I think you're very, very skilled. You've taught me a lot, and you've helped me so much as well. And the reason why I was interested in the backstory is because your channel has over 1,500 subscribers. It's a big channel, as far as I'm concerned, mate. And I think one of the things, and I know I hadn't mentioned this to you before, but I just want to briefly touch on it if it's okay.
Yeah.
How did you find that transition from, I guess, being a gaming streamer slash content creator to switch into precious metals? Because it's a big jump in sort of niche category.
Yeah, I mean,
how did you find that transition?
I'll be honest, really tough. Like realistically, in the, I don't know what it is now, like 9 months or whatever it is since I've been creating content. No, a little bit longer than that, like 12 months almost. Yeah, I've not grown like massively. I'm less than 100 subs still, but I think part of that's due to the algorithm and like where I've changed completely different categories. Obviously the algorithm is different, and I potentially should have started a new channel. But same again, it's the same with your stacking journey. Even though you make mistakes, you kind of go along throughout your journey, and it's like a progression. And like with my channel, I want it to be like my progression through my life, rather than just like, oh, I'm just doing gaming or just doing coins or whatever. And yeah, I've got other reasons as well. Like I've got friends in some of my content that's no longer here, so to turn my back on my channel, it felt a bit like, I don't know. But yeah,
I completely agree with you.
So yeah, so we move on. But yeah, literally, I think if I'd started from scratch, the algorithm would have treated me a bit better. But
possibly, I daren't try and say that I fully understand the YouTube algorithm. I believe it changes regularly, so I can't even explain it. Some things do better than others. I've learned that in my time. I think you're very right. I think your YouTube channel should be a journey about you. This is just my opinion. Where you start, whatever your interests are, and I think over time, the people that really follow you are those that doesn't really matter what you're doing as much. They're just interested in you, and I hope that, because I've been very clear. I'm starting this journey by showcasing my precious metals and stacking. There's so many other interests I've got that I'd like to venture into. I don't think I'll ever create a new channel.
No. Well, that's what I'm kind of looking at, is branching out into other things. Like one of the things that I've never really, like other than with family, I've never really traveled. So I want to try and do some travel, which I'm going to say it now for the record, I don't think I'm going to make Berlin, just because I've got other things that's like needs to be done, like with the car and stuff. But potentially like doing some travel videos and going different places. And yeah, there's like, I don't know, metal detecting, gold panning and prospecting and all that kind of, like there's loads of little like niches that potentially could filter into the channel.
Well, one of them, mate, I would love, whether it's a small group or what, or as an event, my name needs to be in the hat. I would love nothing more than to experience gold panning. I'm sure BBA would have a thing or two to say about that. I know he's into that kind of thing. I would love to do that. I've never done it. And if anyone in here is watching, I know there's a few that have done that. I would love to go gold panning. I don't know what the rules are when you go gold panning. Can you keep it? Is there issues with mineral rights?
I know certainly in England, the Crown technically owns all the gold. So I think you can kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I think you can kind of like write to them or get a license of some sorts. But
well, on that, mate, Silver Digger from Canada, thank you for joining, buddy. I've had the pleasure of speaking to you a few times. So he's just commented saying, gold panning in the Rockies, ... keep a rifle handy.
Yeah, that's because of the bears, mate. But
yeah, and BVA said as well, I love panning. Robot Toaster said, I'd love to go gold panning, but I'm in the wrong end of the country. Is there a right or wrong place to go gold panning, guys?
The main... Technically, there's a channel, I can't remember his name now. There's a few channels that I watch on YouTube. One of them is finding it all over the place, but yeah, primarily it's Wales, Lake District, and Scotland.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the wrong end of the country as well, but imagine that. I would love
to do that one day.
Forget the fill a tube channel challenge. Fill a tube of gold nuggets that you found.
Yeah,
that would be the most epic one.
Rush? There's a YouTube channel, and the guy has like gold mines and all sorts, and you see some of the nuggets that they find. It's like a big rock, and you think, wow, they've just pulled something out of the ground that's worth like 15K.
One video, didn't I?
Yeah, like what even was that? That was a boulder of gold. Yeah, crikey.
21 kilo stone, and it had all gold veins all through it.
Amazing. There's one thing I want to pick out. I've got one more question for you before I move on to a quick fire round, and then we'll move on to the live chat. But just based on what you've said about traveling, this goes to you first, and then guys in the chat, have a think, because I want to see your answers. If you could go anywhere in the world on your travels, Diaxus, which you plan to do, what's one country you'd want to go first or want to go more than anywhere else? And guys in the chat, put your answers in. If you could go any country in the world, which one would it be? Let me know. But go on, Diaxus, you first, mate.
I'd probably say Japan, because Jamie owes me a beer. But no, in all seriousness, no, definitely Japan is like, mate, I've loved Japan for years. I've wanted to go for years, never been there, so that's definitely top of my bucket list. But yeah, just Southeast Asia in general, like Philippines, Thailand, maybe Korea, like, I don't know, just all over, mate, really. But more so, like,
on that.
More so Asia versus like going to America or Europe.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan, mate. I really would. We've got some answers in the chat as well. Sandy Millen said Italy, which happens to be where he's going next week. Woohoo, he says. Sandy, you deserve that break, mate. I hope you and Danny have a wonderful time. I know you had some complications and had to rebook from your first holiday, so I hope you both have a lovely break away. You deserve it. That's great to see. I'd love to go to Italy. I'd love to go to Rome. I mentioned I'm very interested in like the Colosseum, the gladiator area, ancient Rome. I love all of that. What else have we got, guys, quickly here? SBC says Australia. Yeah. Danny Millington says Peru. Peru again. So you've already been to Peru. That's interesting. I've never thought about going to Peru. Jamie Frost says there's a bed waiting, Diaxus. That must be for you.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll take him up on that one. I've already said to him, there's over in Japan, there's like, you can pay like a single fee and you can drink all you can drink for like 2 or 3 hours. So I said,
nice. That would work for me. I'm like a fish, mate, but I've got to read this one out. This one's close to home, and it's from my better half. Miss Stacking with Craven says New Zealand to go and see the Lord of the Rings tour, and that would be my answer. She knows. She's probably said that because she knows that's my answer, but I wouldn't want to do it without her by my side. So there we go. Ian Atterbury says Canaries, specifically Lanzarote. Oh, lovely. I would retire there. That sounds good, Ian. You could sit in Lanzarote by the beach with a drink in hand. You could snipe everyone on a Monday night and whatnot and just count your coins and laugh at us all. World's #1 sniper. There we go. Shiny Silver says Australia for the gold and opal. Oh, opal. I've not thought about opal. That's a type of gem, isn't it?
Yeah, they got like full blown. There's like TV shows like Opal Miners.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's a few more answers, Dax. I'm just going to read these answers before we move on because there's some good ones coming through. Silver Digger says Casablanca, Morocco, so I can dress up in a toque and make cheesy comments about gin joints. Vilna's Bounty says anywhere along the Alps. Yeah, beautiful, mate. Good answer. What else have we got here? Oh, what's that BBA's put in? Is that an opal? Am I right? Is that wrong?
Yes, mate.
What is that? They're sort of like that pearl colour, aren't they?
Yeah, but yeah, when you put them under light, they've got like rainbows all through them, and yeah, they're really pretty stones.
Yeah, based on your answer, Diaxus, Vilna's Bounty said he'd hit the Japanese karaoke bars.
Oh, definitely, mate. As well as that, obviously, like with my old gaming channel, there's a lot to do with like racing video games and whatnot. Like the car scene in Japan is insane. I love like JDM cars. So yeah, I'd hit up all the car shows and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I love it, mate.
Yeah, well, we've all seen the good old film Tokyo Drift. Great film, really great film. Yeah, Danny Millington says New Zealand for the honeymoon. Yeah, look, I've never been. One of the most, if not one, if not the most beautiful country in the world. There's different reasons I'd want to go there, but that would be so lovely for a honeymoon, Danny Millington. It really would. And do you know what? I always thought it was really expensive to go there. It's not. It's obviously somewhere that you'd go for like probably 3 weeks to a month or 2 because it takes you at least 24 hours to get there.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour
You don't go there for a week. Yeah, you'd go for at least 2 or 3 weeks. But if you ever get the chance to go there, same as me, if I ever get a chance, I'm going. There's one thing I want to do on my bucket list. Last couple of ones, guys.
I was going to say, I can't delve too much into it, but yeah, I've got family over there, so.
Oh,
in New Zealand.
Have you been there before?
No, I've been asked if I want to go to the wedding, but obviously I've got to pay for the flight, so yeah, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they were going to get married. It was one of the Cook Islands they were going to get married on. Back.
Oh, really?
Back around COVID, and then when the lockdowns happened, like the family couldn't get over there, so they'd done their own little private thing, and now they're going to do like a second wedding where all the family can now come.
Yeah, lovely, mate. That would, if you ever get to go there, that would make a hell of a good blog. And then New Zealand makes some fantastic bullion coins as well, not just lovely.
Well, I'm going to say I'm not going into it, but yeah, from what we've spoke about in the background. If I did do vlogs over there, I'd literally break the internet. So,
I hope to see it, mate. I hope to see it.
I wouldn't do it, mate, out of privacy reasons, but
no, do it.
No, not for me. For them, like no.
Okay, all right. Well, last couple here, I want to shout out. So, Stacks of Silver says Poland is a great place. Yeah, I'd love to go to Poland. I really, really would. Ian Atterbury with his iconic sunglasses, smiling with his red wine. That must be in reaction to me saying he would sit on the beach in Lanzarote, sniping everyone and whatnot. What a legend. Orca says, my cousin sent me an invite to his wedding in New Zealand. Cool. Aussie for nerd. Yep, it's an opal, says BBA. I thought it was. Baron Bouncy says they do weddings at the Lord of the Rings area in New Zealand. Oh, my God. Mistacking with Craven. Mistacking with Craven. It's gonna have to happen, isn't it? Yes. We can spend the honeymoon in the Shire in one of those lovely hobbit holes.
wait till you bought your first sovereign, mate, and then you can make a new savings fund, mate.
Yeah. As soon as I've got a gold sovereign, mistacking with Craven, we can look at doing that. She's put 3 emojis of someone rolling their eyes. There we go. Good job on Hobbit eyes. Yes.
Either that or a stack of social GoFundMe, mate. I'm sure everyone would have a whip round and get you guys together.
I love it. Yeah, no, she said good job on tiny because basically mistacking with Craven, she is only absolutely tiny. She is petite. She is 5'2" and nothing more. That's what she is. Queen Nessie, good to see you. Evening, Craven Dax and the chat. Great to have you in here. It really is. So, right, we're going to move on. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for sharing where you'd love to go. Got one more question for you, Diaxus. Then it's going to be a quick fire round. Then we're going to focus on the chat before the giveaway. So, Diaxus, back to the content stuff. Right. Have you ever had a video totally flop that you thought would do great, or vice versa?
Not that's well. If I'm going back into like my gaming days, I've had videos where I've put absolutely zero effort into them, and they've done crazy numbers. And then videos that I've spent hours and hours and hours editing, and then you get like 100 views. So yeah, I think my top video is like 190k almost.
Is that one of the gaming ones?
Yeah.
I think you showed me this.
Like even now, I still, because this is another reason for not deleting my content. I still get views on some of my stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, how long ago was that now, mate? 10 years?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, well, I stopped making content on there around 6 years ago, so it's anything from, I don't know, 2013 up till 6 years ago.
Wow. And just to say, mate, I know you it was a different time, but to get a video on nearly 200,000 views, well done, mate. That's amazing. That really, really is. But yeah, it's all part of the journey. I think the most views I've ever had on a video is 2,700.
Yeah, well, that's smashing it, man. Especially for coins.
I think in this niche, I think that's a good number.
Yeah,
I've had a look, there's obviously some people pulling a lot more, respectfully, but yeah, I do think it's harder to hit those numbers in this category. I don't know, maybe I'm missing a trick, but yeah, it's nearly 200,000 views, mate. When you were doing that, that really is amazing. And just on what you said, on a video you put the least effort in. The video I think I put the least effort in got that 2,700.
Yeah, it was a live stream, mate, and I clipped it into like 4 or 5 videos and just uploaded them. They all hit. I think the minimum got like 10 or 20k, and then the top was almost 200.
Wow. That's insane, mate.
But it's just the timing. It's the timing. It was literally, the game had just come out. It was all like hype around it and everything. And you upload it, you catch the algorithm right, and it just, YouTube takes away. So same as anything, mate. Same as any. The first 24 hours of any video, regardless of the category, first 24 hours is most critical. And then the amount of watch time, the interaction with the viewers, and then yeah, you just let YouTube do its thing. But they will only push videos that they think are going to succeed, and you just got to be lucky and catch that run. And then, like I say, YouTube just takes over.
Yeah, I would love to know how the algorithm truly works. Stuff that I think is going to do well, flops, things that I don't tend to do well. But Diaxus, you've answered all of my personal questions. What I have prepared for you, my friend, is a quick fire round. We're going to do this quick fire round, then we'll probably be about the hour stage, which is where we move on to the 38 people in the audience. Thank you all for joining us on this Sunday evening. Are you ready for a rapid fire round, Diaxus? And
Probably
guys
not, but yeah, no, go on, mate. Throw them at me,
I've prepared a rapid fire round. I have. And just to let you know, I have sent Diaxus the questions in advance. I do it for pretty much all my guests. It's just how I work. But I am going to throw in a sneaky one that he doesn't know about. So you're not getting away that easy, mate, okay?
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Wait till you hear it. So,
mate, right, can I guess what it is? Is it about marrying founders and kissing?
No, definitely not. 100% not. Maybe. Okay, right. So, the rules for the rapid fire with Diaxus. You're not allowed to think too hard, mate. The first answer that comes to mind, you have to go with, and we're going to move on. This is rapid fire. You're not allowed to give a long, complex answer. First thing that comes to mind, and we'll move on to the next question, okay?
Yep, cool.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Silver or gold?
Gold.
Bars or coins?
Coins.
New, shiny, or vintage toning?
Vintage toning.
Government minted or private mint?
Government.
Okay. Keep it in the capsule or take it out and touch it?
Well, both. I love to touch it, but I would say keep it in the capsule.
Okay, be aware, Silverpunk's in the audience for this one. Junk silver or poured silver art?
When you say, are you actually like saying whether I think that art is junk silver? Because
No. The question is,
yeah,
junk silver. So I think Americans call it junk silver, like constitutional silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, constitutional silver or poured silver art. Just let you know, Silverpunk is here. Just saying.
All right, regardless if Silverpunk's here, man, you got to go with poured silver because I've got a few beautiful poured silver pieces.
Be a bit awkward if he's not here. I think.
Well, admittedly, none of them's SPs, but got a couple
Silverpunk's not here.
I got Valuis and I got liquid metal and Valuis there, but
Yeah, no, good answer, mate. We'll keep it going. Milk spot, live with them or sell it.
Live with them, mate. Nothing wrong with a bit of aging, man.
Trade with friends or only buy what you want.
I have to say trade, mate, because I've done a trade with 365 from a little A-Mark bar.
Understand why you did that trade. Are you able to show us that quickly?
Yeah. Yeah, well, same again. It leads on to the whole... This is the one piece that I traded from my giveaway bundle. So it's a vintage A-Mark bar, and I don't know if it'll even focus in, but it's 1981. Probably not going to focus, mate. Oh.
Is that in a wrap, or is that
no, it's loose, mate. I'm touching it. It's raw. I don't know, but
it's
yeah,
beautiful,
1981 little A-Mark bar. I've just brought the screen up for the video. But yeah, I did actually trade that. I'm not going to attempt to put that back. That won't go back up there. Yeah, I swapped that with a Germania 1 ounce bar, which is the only out of everything that I've ever received, whether it's gifts, donations, prize winnings, I've never got rid of anything except for that one bar. But it's my birth year, and do you know what I mean?
100%, and I understand why you did that trade. I absolutely love vintage silver bars. The bars for me, the vintage ones, like the old Engelhard ones, absolutely stunning, mate.
The thing is, 365. I said to him, I don't know. He said he would do a trade with me. I said, mate, I don't think I've got anything that you would want. And he said, what have you got? And he said, I'll do a bar for a bar, and it was literally my only other bar. So I ended up doing it. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But yeah, that's definitely for me. There's like sentimental there. Obviously, it comes from 365 100%. As well. So good story behind 100%. It.
Yeah, incredible story. So Diaxus, if you had to spend your whole stack in one day, what are you buying?
Well, it's going to be one of two things. It's either a house or some woodland to buy a house, to buy land to build a house.
Good answer. That's it. We're not going to have any more context. We're going to move on.
Yep.
Stack nothing. So this is it if you had to still. Stack nothing but 1 ounce rounds or kilo bars for the rest of your life.
Well, obviously kilos, man. They're worth way more money. No, yeah, I'd go with the 1 ounce, mate. That's what I typically do, is 1 ounce Brits. So yeah, 1 ounce.
I would too. I would go with a 1 ounce. Like you say, you can get 1 ounce in gold as well.
Yeah.
So 1 ounce Britannia's in gold. Lovely. If you had to melt down a collectible or never stack again.
Melt it. Get it gone.
If you had to gift your most valuable piece to a stranger or bury it forever.
Okay, so I did see this one. Could I tell someone where I buried it and they dig up and give it back to me? Little loophole.
Let's ask the chat. If Diaxus is going to bury it, is he allowed to tell someone where he's buried it? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no? Silverdigger says yes.
In all fairness, taking it for the face value of the question, I would pass it on and let someone else enjoy it.
Fair enough. There's a lot of no's in here.
Yeah, rather than just burying it and just leaving it. But no, I'd pass it on, man. Let someone else enjoy it.
I want to read these answers, though. So there's a lot of no's, but there's a few. So Robot Toaster says forever is forever. Yeah, I agree. Silver Machine says depends how deep. And Ian Attenbury says if it's me. So yes, if you tell him. And also, everyone, have a look at the bar that Baron Bamsky's just posted in the chat. That is beautiful. That looks like a Halloween cool. 1973. That's gorgeous. Is that a 1 ouncer, mate? I think it is. Looks like it. I don't know. With the bars, it's deceiving. It looks like a 1 ouncer, though. I love it. So that will be 52 years old. And do you know what? That's in good nick. Yeah, 1 ounce, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like with that A-Mark, mate. That's 44 years old.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Right, back to the questions. So where were we? Yeah, so if silver was edible, what would it taste like?
Horrible. Obviously. Yeah.
Could you try and describe it? I want more. Could you describe it?
Be like chewing on tinfoil, man. It's going to be horrible, isn't it?
Okay, now this question, guys, listen up. This is a huge one. This is a huge question. I wonder who he's going to say. You have to answer this, mate. First name that comes to mind. So, you ready, guys? Who in the stacking community would you trust to guard your stack for an entire year?
As much as I love everyone in Stacker Social and in the stacking community, there's only one clear answer, and that's Dan from Cardiff Gold. He owns a safety deposit franchise, so
I rate it. That is a very, very, very that's a great answer, mate.
The only one place.
You know what? I would trust my stack with Dan at Cardiff Gold as well. Shout out to him. Brilliant answer.
All joking aside, there is quite a few people that I would trust in the group, but yeah, Dan from Cardiff Gold has to be in it, 100%.
Good answer, mate. Yeah. If you had to name your stack like a pet, what's its name?
Probably, I don't know. Like, I love sovereigns, so you got George and the Dragon, so probably like Georgie Boy or something.
Georgie Boy. Okay, 2 more questions, Diaxus. One of them you know, the other one you don't. Which superhero would be the best stacker?
I mean, I'm not hugely clued up on superheroes, but probably I don't know, Iron Man, just because he's got a crap ton of money to buy loads of metals. He's got the technology and the capabilities to be able to defend it. So yeah, probably Iron Man.
Good answer. And last but not least, everyone here, we've all been waiting for this. Diaxus. Snog, marry, avoid, the 3 founders.
Oh, here we go. All right, so there's levels on this. Are they willing to share their stack? Who snores the quietest? Do they steal the sheets at night? Yeah, I don't know.
Silver Digger says who? Sorry, mate, before you carry on. Silver Digger says who? So, Snog, marry, avoid, the 3 founders of Stacker Social. So this is between 365 Days of Silver, Cy the Soundman, and the Stack Collector. Snog, marry, avoid. That's who it's between, Silver Digger. The 3 founders. As you were, Diaxus.
I mean, in all fairness, I wouldn't want to avoid any of them because they're all 3 of them are top blokes. But
no, you have to answer.
Yeah, well, I will do. Yeah. I would probably say, and mate, 365 is gonna have the biggest ego now, isn't he? Marry 365. Oh, mate, I don't want to sound a snog one of them, man. Jeez, man. I don't know, mate.
I just so you know, right now I've just had a bit. I can't see 365 or TSC.
Yeah, that's good.
But the one representative who is always here, I can see Cy the Soundman, and fair dues, he is always here. So just bear in mind who's listening.
Yeah, marry 365. We'll give Cy a little cheeky kiss on the cheek and avoid TSC. Sorry, mate. No offense, buddy.
Oh, do you know what? I feel sorry for TSC. We've run this a few times, and everyone's avoided TSC. I said he could be my sidekick. Yeah,
in all fairness, they're all top blokes, man. So.
I know, it's just for fun. They are all top guys. This is all for fun, guys. All of them are fantastic people and created something that we can all enjoy, such as being here today. Wouldn't happen without all of them. And also you guys for being part of it. But I got asked the same question, Diaxus, and I said,
yeah, but you're on about 365 being your provider.
Well, yeah, no, I said 365 would be a good provider, so I'd marry him. I don't know what, I must have been on, I don't know. We won't go into it, but I said, Cy the Soundman I would kiss, and then I said avoid TSC, but he can be my side chick because I love TSC. But then,
that means you're cheating on 365, mate. That's not good.
Yeah, but listen, so then,
not to mention Miss Craven, man. How does she feel about all this?
Hang on a second, right? Bring it right back. I then got pushed for a further question. And because of that, I'm going to ask you. So I am going to Berlin, and I don't know who it was. Some devious little person in the live chat asked me if, when I go to Berlin, if my hotel room was linked onto somebody else's at the 3 founders, who would I want it to be? And I said Cy, because I'd probably be really drunk, and I trust Cy to look after me. He's an absolute gem of a guy. So I'm going to put that on you now. If you went to Berlin, okay, which one of the 3 founders would you want your hotel room to be linked onto?
Well, I don't know. Same again. Like, I think you're kind of right. I don't think size probably the most chilled out of the three. I can imagine like the other two, but then I don't know. Sai enjoys a little whiskey in there as well, so maybe they're all like absolute mad head. Sorry, mate, that's right. Amazing. Apparently they're all like, well, possibly they're all crazy once they've had a few drinks, or
yeah,
I don't know, mate. But yeah, probably Sai, man. To be honest, he seems the most chilled out of the three.
Exact same answers as me, mate. Well, Diaxus, well done. It's 6:05. You've answered all of my questions. You've done very well. Thank you for asking them. But now, it's not about what questions I've got. It's about what questions the guys in the chat have got. Because we're going to move over to the live chat. And guys, start putting in your questions for Diaxus in the chat. We're going to go through them. And then we'll move on to the giveaway when we're ready. Does that sound okay with you, Diaxus?
Yes, mate. Yeah, that one had me sweating a little bit, man.
Oh, mate, I know. I had to throw in something that I didn't prepare you for. I had to do it, mate. Forgive me. Very important question, quickly. Nerd UK asked Ian Attenbury, how was the roast? Because it's very important that everyone knows that Ian Attenbury paid £26 for a beef joint. And he's had that this evening with his family. And he's just said, none left, mate. That about says it also. So I'm guessing it was really nice. Ian Attenbury only has the finest cuts of beef. Okay, right. I've got a question. Let's go. Questions in the chat. We're going to start right now. Diaxus.
Yes, mate.
2 half sovereigns or a full sovereign?
Full sovereign for the tube.
Full sovereign for the tube. There you go. Yeah, good 100%. Question, Jamie Frost. Wow, shrinkage. Luke K1, question. Diaxus, mate, what would be your dream piece of gold?
I've already got it, mate. Although, in all fairness, dream piece is probably like, I don't know, what's the biggest bar I could lift? Probably like multiple kilo bar of gold. But yeah, my 1981 Proof Sovereign is my dream piece.
Yeah, it is beautiful, mate, as well. Villainous Bounty, question for Diaxus. What was the most rewarding part of your Twitch streaming career? Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't know, really. Just like building a community and getting to know people. Much the same with like YouTube now. It's not just a viewer. Like, you're not just a number. You're actually like a friend. So, yeah, just building a community of friends, really, more than anything.
Yeah, fair dues, mate. Good answer. Shiny Silver says Britannia or Sovereign.
Same again. I love them both, but probably I would say Britannia just because you have the flexibility of silver and gold.
Yeah, that's a good answer. If it was solely based on gold, I would pick Sovereign. What about you?
The history, 100%.
Yeah, no, and with the Sovereigns, I guess they have got the silver ones as well. Just quickly on that, what are your thoughts on silver Sovereigns?
Nah, definitely not. Not for me.
It's like what? It's like 8 grams of silver. Yeah. They've made it like for like in weight, but
yeah, you got like,
for like 6 quid.
7 grams of silver or whatever it is, 8 grams of silver, and then they've charged like extortionate amount. Mate, I literally don't even buy for Royal Mint. Some of their prices are just ridiculous. So,
yeah, no, 100%, mate. Danny Millington says, "How many years stacking do you think would buy your?" Sorry, I'll start again.
My dream
How
house?
many years of stacking do you think would buy you your dream house?
I'm gonna say, going off the market prices now, probably about 1,000. It just seems impossible, but. My dream house would probably be like an open field or woodland and just build my own, go off grid and do my own thing. But
yeah, I think we all love that idea of settling down somewhere with
God knows how much that's going to cost me, a fortune. So yeah, quite a fair few years, I'd imagine.
Look, you never know what the future holds. None of us do. So yeah, fingers crossed for all of us in here. I wish everyone nothing but wealth and health. That's what I will say on that. But
yeah, health is wealth, mate, 100%.
We have a question from Jamie Frost, who says, Jamie Frost is on fire with the questions. He says, Diaxus, slabbed, sovereigns, or unslabbed?
Personally, I'd say unslabbed. Although...
I think I would too. I don't want to touch them.
Although, yeah, but I keep them in capsules anyway, mate. I do and I don't. Like, the old ones, like, they're 100-odd years old. Like, do you know what I mean? They've been in so many pockets. Like, for you to touch it, do you know what I mean? It's not major, but certainly I wouldn't ever touch the proof. But leading on to that, though, Jamie did say when I done my video for the Proof Sovereign, would I get it slabbed? And I'm kind of, half toying with the idea of doing like PF70 or bust, and see if we can get like a PF70 and just keep buying them until we get a nice one.
Yeah,
We'll see.
fair enough. Yeah, I think I'd go for unslabbed as well, but it's an interesting question. There's loads more coming in for you, mate, so I'm going to fire through. Cal says, Diaxus, if they got rid of capital gains tax, would Brits and sovereigns still be your favourite?
If they all got taxed exactly the same, probably not. Sovereigns definitely. Sovereigns will always be top of my list. Just because of the history, they go back hundreds of years. But yeah, probably not. I do like quite a lot of other mints. I love the maples. I love the perf mint stuff, like the cooks and everything. So
yeah,
potentially, yeah. I don't know. Probably not on the Brits.
Okay.
As to what, I don't know.
That's fair enough, mate. Question from Sandy Millington, who says, "What's your favourite video game?"
There's so many, mate. It kind of ties into like the memories from those games. So the ones where I've had the most memories with friends. So probably like, I don't know, Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Yeah, I used to love Call of Duty. I've mentioned this a few times. Did you play during the era of COD 5, World at War, the first zombie?
Oh, yeah. Well, I actually started on Call of Duty 3. Well, technically,
nice.
Technically, I started on Call of Duty 2 online. But then when I properly got into like online gaming and streaming and stuff, it was COD 3.
Nice. Yeah, no, I love that era, mate. And at some point, I'd love to go back and play those games. I don't even have a console anymore. I sold it before I started this journey.
But this is what I was saying to you the other day. At one point, back on my old content, I used to do a lot of car boot sales, and I used to pick up a lot of retro consoles.
I know, yeah. You've got like the old PS2s and stuff, haven't you?
I've got that's part of the reason why I couldn't find my webcam, mate. I've got crates and boxes of like consoles and games, and yeah, I was buying like PS2s for like under a tenner, and now they're worth like 60 odd quid trade. They sell them for 19 CX. Go on.
I know this part is about the I know this part is about the chat. So sorry, guys. Just one question from me for you, mate. You've got this collection of like retro consoles and stuff like that. Do you plan on selling them anytime soon, or are you just holding?
Well, ideally, the plan was to start thinning down the collection, so I haven't got like baggage if ever I move on, get a house, or go traveling. So that is the main goal. I did thin down quite a bit during COVID, and I ended up building my computer with a lot of the money. But yeah, I am going to trade in some of it and get a new webcam, get a 4K camera.
This is crazy to me. You said, hang on. So I've had a few PlayStation 2s in the past. So a PlayStation 2 now, which I'm guessing nobody really uses unless it's a retro experience like the nostalgia. Yeah. What's a working PlayStation 2 worth in today's market as a retro console?
On CEX Unboxed, they're selling them for £90. I think it's like
£90.
Yeah, I think it's 65 quid trade-in voucher.
Wow.
That's why I thought I could trade in like 3 or 4 of them, and I could buy myself that camera, and then the camera hasn't cost me anything, hasn't took out of my budget towards metals or anything, and then it's a win-win. Hasn't cost me a penny. And
100%, mate. That's really interesting.
The fact that I bought them from Car Boots between 2 and 10 quid a pop, technically I'll get a £200 camera for like, I don't know, 40 quid, 30 quid.
Yeah, that'll be a good deal, mate. Just to let you know, Silver Machine says, I tend to be agreeing with most of the Diaxus answers. Me too. I think you're answering everything brilliantly, mate. But that's what Silver Machine said, just so you know.
That's good. Thank you, mate.
Right, we've got a few questions coming in, Diaxus. It's time to ump the ante and fire through. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Scottish Bullion Collector Alan says, Diaxus, if you were starting to make bullion content now, what would you focus on? So I guess if you just started again now, what would you focus on?
Same again, I'm a weight stacker, so it would be like coin challenges like filler tubes and stuff like that, but I don't know. Everyone to their own. I know there's a lot of people that does the premiums, which probably brings in more viewers.
Yeah, that's fair. I think with the content side, for me, it's about the journey and showing every part of the stack, making a few separate videos, just focusing on one piece. It's a very open question, that. If you started making bullion content now, what would you focus on? It's really hard. Because this is a dilemma, just quickly, that I come into. As a stacker, you've got options with videos. You can show every unboxing, But sometimes you have months like I am now, where I can't afford to buy bullion at the same rate, or any bullion. Okay,
I'm
we
the
all have
flip side,
that.
mate. I have an absolute mountain of mail that I need to get through, just because my time scheduling don't allow me to record through the week and stuff.
Yeah, but
Mate,
again, the point I'm trying to make is,
yeah, go on.
even if you have a stack there of stuff to unbox, are you trying to make your channel just unboxings, or if you're not doing unboxings, what do you think is a good way of getting creative? Just on SPC's question, if you're not doing an
Well,
unboxing, how do you get creative with bullion for a
same
video?
again. It comes down to, do you want to just go and farm the views, or do you want to do stuff that you want to like create or show?
It'd be nice to get both in the same category.
The trouble
Enjoy
is
making
though,
this.
the
People
trouble
enjoy
is though,
watching
is
it.
knowing exactly what people want to see and then trying to cater for that, but then you're not necessarily being true to yourself.
That's true. And you know what? I stand by this. And whether you follow my channel on YouTube or you just watch on here on a Sunday, either's fine. I do make content that I enjoy making. And my views do plummet a lot on certain things, but I just enjoy making it. And I don't think I'll change that. I know what sort of stuff will get more views, but I don't. I'm not really for just making it for that. I don't know about you, Diaxus. There is obviously stuff that will get more views, but if I don't enjoy making it, I won't enjoy
Yeah,
watching it,
then
and
what's
I'll
the
only
point?
make something that I enjoy
Dude,
watching myself.
it'll come out on screen. I know, like, a lot of my videos I do probably seem like super awkward because of like my anxiety and stuff, but like, if your heart's not there, it's going to come over on video. You're going to look fake. It's not going to flow. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't know.
100%, mate. You've got to be true to yourself. Is the main message from that. But that was a very good question from SBC, and there's so many more, so I'm going to have to move on, Diaxus. So, question from the lovely Queen Nessie. Thank you for joining. Diaxus, what is the biggest item you've regretted not buying?
Well, it depends. If we're solely on precious metals, probably, I don't know. There's been like the guy that I've done the little trades with. There's been a few deals with him that I've missed out on, but it would have been like sovereigns or like 10-ounce bars and things like that.
Is the one that stands out above all?
Probably the gold sovereigns, and it
Yeah,
partly's
a really good
down
price.
the budget, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can only afford too much. You can go into debt doing it, but that's not going to solve anything. But
unless you're Ian Atterbury, who doesn't work on budget. He works on what's somebody's highest bid.
how many people you can snipe?
Yeah, he thrives off it. He does. He said the other night to me. And by the way, Ian Attenbury is one of my real good friends in this community. I think a lot of him. I've had the pleasure of getting to know him personally. He's a real stand-up guy. And Silverpunk, who's just joined us back, Silverpunk will be glad. There was a rumor that Silverpunk was my uncle. I just want to make this public. It's not the case. I found out yesterday. Ian Attenbury is my uncle. So I just want everyone to know, Ian Attenbury is my uncle. But this guy, he enjoys the snipe. He's very competitive.
Yeah, I can say, rumor has it, he doesn't even do it for the pieces. He just does it for the snipe, just to annoy people.
No, you're right, mate. Well, he does buy stuff that he likes. He loves his date runs. He's got a lovely collection. He buys certain pieces. There's some stuff he won't bid on. But if there's something he wants and somebody tries to outbid him, he takes great pleasure in waiting till the last millisecond to bid. And that is Ian Atterbury. That is why he is the world's #1 sniper. But, Silverpunk, you disappeared for however long. I can see you're back. I'm glad that you're back. But, Diaxus, I think we've got so many questions to get through. Should I move on?
Yeah, it's far through, mate. It's fine.
Great question from Queen Nessie, by the way. Love that. Baron Bamsky. So, question. Diaxus, where did you come up with the name? Where did you come up with the name Shunk Punk? And also, have you a silver round with Shunk Punk on it?
No, it's Skunk Punk. Long story.
Oh, sorry, not Shunk Punk, Skunk Punk. Sorry, my eyes.
Yeah, so I was the original SP, Silverpunk. No, to be fair, it's just something like, so back in the day when we first looked, mate, I was 26 years old, yes, we're going back like decades at this point. When you go from a console that's offline to going online, like my original gamer tag was just like my first name. And then when you go online, obviously that's taken. And then you start adding digits and you add numbers and letters. And mate, we were there for like 30 minutes trying to get a name. And it just so happens that, like at the time we were smoking, I had my friends there and they were going, oh, put this, put that. And then, yeah, it just ended up being my gamer tag. So obviously when I was doing the live streaming, it was all my gamer tag and it just transferred through to the YouTube. And then obviously we then rebranded over to Diaxus later down the ways.
Can I just ask on this? Because he's in the room right now.
Yep.
There's a smelly rumour that Silverpunk branded himself around your old gamer tag. Is that true?
I have no idea. You'll have to ask him. Probably not, to be honest, mate. I'll be totally honest.
I feel comfortable to wind up my good friend Silverpunk, but no, I know he definitely didn't. When Silverpunk came on this podcast, he explained the background behind that. It's not, unfortunately, it wasn't recorded to go on YouTube, but he's going to come back on in the future. But yeah, no, Silverpunk didn't do that. I don't want to get myself in any trouble. Moving on, Silver Machine, Diaxus. Have you sold any metals yet?
The only metals I've sold is scrap metals, but that's part of being an electrician and whatnot. But no, precious metals, not a single thing. I did do a single trade, but yeah, other than that, no, not sold anything. And I don't plan on either. It's literally long game, so it's either buying a house or going to family. Yeah.
Gold's very volatile. You can make quick gains, you can make quick losses. It is that kind of metal. But silver is a long-term, not necessarily an investment, but a hedge against inflation. That's my opinion. Would you agree?
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, the thing is, I've always been a good saver, and like, yeah, anything that I purchase is not ever going to get sold unless other things like a house or whatever or retirement. But yeah, it's never going to get sold.
And that's what it's for. But don't mention the pension. Moving on. Nerd UK. Question. Diaxus. Retro shooter games or VR, virtual reality?
Good question. To be fair, I've got both, so I would probably say just because of the memories, it's going to be like retro shooters and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got all sorts of old games.
That's it. Right. I'm going to give you a question, and then I'm going to be back in 1 minute because someone's just knocked on my bloody door. The question is, if you were to commission a 2 to 5 ounce, so anywhere between 2 and 5 ounce silver piece, poured or stamped, what form / design would you hope to get that reflects you? That's from Crispy. Diaxus, hold the fort for a minute, mate. I need to go to my door. Sorry.
Yeah, cool, man. I don't know really. Probably something with the channel logo. I was thinking about maybe getting something made up for my 2K giveaway. Although there's going to be a twist because obviously my birth year is 1981 and I've been collecting a few 1981 pieces. We're going to be doing a 1981 sub giveaway when we get there eventually, if we get there. So yeah, probably something would be made for that giveaway for the winner. But as to what, I don't know yet. Let me have a little look through the questions. I don't know where we got up to. I'll start from the bottom and we'll work our way up. Where are we to? Right, do I eat burgers with or without pickles? Bit of both, mate. Bit of both. I do admittedly pull out the pickles occasionally, but yeah, nothing against pickles. I will eat them sometimes. What else we got? Sold plenty of bullion, copper bullion. Trying to find some questions. Where are we to? Alright, do I do trades for items or what you're looking for? I'm guessing that's like with referring to the retro. So yeah, basically any retro I would buy, and it was to go in the collection, and if I had doubles, I would then trade them out to buy things that I would want.
I am now back, mate.
Go on then, mate. I don't know where you got to for questions.
Where did you carry on when I was gone?
Yeah. I can see the 2 to 5 ounce silver piece, mate.
Oh, have you answered any more since, buddy?
Yes, I done do trades. Do I do trades for things I'm looking for? Oh, Jamie Frost, raw fish or raw horse meat. I'm sure raw horse meat's going to make you ill in it. It'd have to be fish.
Sushi,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
not
let me know.
not a big fish lover, but or seafood lover, but yeah, it'd have to be the fish, mate.
With Jamie coming from Japan, isn't raw fish a very prominent part of the diet there?
Oh, I would imagine so, mate. Yeah. I don't know. Is raw horse meat okay to eat?
Well, I mean, if you shopped at Tesco's about 10 years ago, you would have had it in the cheeseburger. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they still get cooked, though, don't they?
Yeah, there we go. Who would know? But if you've already answered these ones, Daxus, just let me know. So, CO4, Hordian, health and wealth. Expect Little John. I was asked to type that. Oh, I think he means accept Little John. That's evil. That really is evil. I was asked to type that. Let me guess, by the Terminator. Guys, I thought, if you haven't seen it, don't worry. But in my last video at the end, I thought I ended the Terminator. Little John did it. He bashed his head off with the staff. So if that's still going, and TL4 Hordian still thinks Terminator's in with a chance, we will see. But Little John is strong and well.
Touching on what he said, health is wealth. It doesn't matter how big your stack is. If you're not healthy, it doesn't mean anything.
Really important to point that out as well.
Unless you are going to pass it on to family, but then that's not really the point of it, is it?
Health is wealth, guys. It really is. I wish you all in here, just to take a moment here to point on that. I wish you all good health. I wish you all wealth. All the best things in life. There's many more things more important than the stacking and the precious metals. This podcast isn't really about the precious metals. It's about having a place on a Sunday, usually from 5, where we can all just have good vibes and enjoy ourselves and potentially have an escape from whatever struggles you're facing in real life. And I hope that this podcast provides you with that. But yeah, health is wealth. Really important message. And thank you for that. But we will move on. Danny Millington says, I wouldn't play any shooter games in Stacker Social. Have you met Ian Atterbury? Me neither, Danny. As soon as you log in, player 4 has entered the game, sniped. Ian Attenbury's there waiting. He's camped in the tower. You're done. Do you agree, Diaxus? No one's got a chance.
Yeah, Ian Attenbury's camper, mate. Camping with a sniper.
It takes someone like Ian Atterbury to have his own poker chip, his own emoji in Stacker Social without being a content creator. That's the kind of legend we're talking about here.
Yeah, someone but not just one. He's got 2. He's got the one for the people that he sniped just to rub it in that little bit more.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
You know what? Gets a kick out of it.
Do you know why I've got 2 poker chips, mate?
Because he sniped
from Ian. Well, I've got 2 because he sniped me and he sent me a second one from Miss Craven. Yeah, because she, bless her, as a surprise, she went on Whatnot to try and get me a half crown because she knows I'm trying to fill a tube. I'm nearly there. She thought, I'll pick him one up. There's a good price on TSC's auction. Went down to 2 seconds, 1 second. Ian Attenbury sniped her. That's what he did. And I got a text from her saying, I tried to get you a half crown, but I got sniped by Ian.
Ian stole it.
And that's what led. That very half crown is now in my coin tube because Ian, I'll be wrong if I said he felt bad. Ian doesn't feel bad. He doesn't understand what mercy is. He just wanted to, as a goodness. He had enough 1914 half crowns, so he gave it to me. That's what Ian is. But right, we've got questions, guys. We're going to have to move on. I'm loving all the questions. Keep them coming. We'll move on to the giveaway a little bit shortly. Are you happy to answer some more questions there?
Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah, bring them on.
Silver Digger says, this was before. Sorry, I'm coming to this a bit late. Have a good evening, all. Time to slide into the water and cool off. Cheers. Yeah, no, enjoy, mate. Have a good evening. Thanks for joining. Josh McDonald says, would you rather gold be VAT-free or silver VAT-free if you could choose? Good question. I'd say silver.
I can say, is gold not VAT-free anyway in the UK?
Well, depends what form, right?
I don't know. Yeah, if you buy, I'm pretty sure if you buy gold Off like Atkinson's, I don't think they add VAT, do they?
Uh,
Someone in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I tend to buy pre-owned anyway, so I avoid the VAT.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
I
Silver
guess
Machine said gold is VAT free anyway. So if that's
right.
the
So it's
case,
gold that
I'd
free
say
anyway.
silver, so then they're both VAT free.
Yeah, I'd say silver as well. I'm sure most would, because in the UK we get hammered on it. If you're in the US, in certain states, as I've recently learned, it's not all states, then you do a lot better on the silver side. You can get it at spot, literally. Silver machine, Diaxus, do you trade for
Damn it, mate.
items you're looking for? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
do you do trade? You've already said it, yeah?
Yeah. Literally, I used to go to car boot sales. Anything that I didn't necessarily want or need, I'd literally go from the car boot. Oh, knocking my light. From the car boot directly to CEX, trade it in, and then get the voucher so that I could then buy stuff that I wanted.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
best
it,
way,
mate.
man.
CL for Hoarding said Splinter Cell online was insane. I remember that. Did you play that?
I've played Splinter Cell. I've not played online Splinter Cell.
Yeah, me. I think that was years ago. That, but yeah, no, that's a good flashback there. CL for the Mercian. Good to see you, buddy, in here. Question for Diaxus: what would be your dream find metal detecting? Have you ever metal detected, Diaxus?
No, I want to though. I did get one. Like obviously, like my little side hustle, the whole Amazon thing. I did get a kiddie's metal detector that I gave to my niece to take on holiday to go comb the beach. But I've not ever had my own. But no, it has to be a sovereign, wouldn't it? Like a really
Yeah,
old
yeah,
sovereign or a guinea or something like an old gold coin, either that or a Roman coin or something ancient. But
yeah. I've got one now myself, a Trajan.
yeah, I can't say I know it off the top of my head, mate. But
I got it for 19 quid, but I've looked on eBay. I'm not planning on selling it, but they're going for 50, 60 pounds. So I'm really
yeah,
happy with
oh,
that.
bargaining, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. When I bought that, the seller himself said, right, I'm not doing £1 starts anymore. I've had enough of this. I'm losing loads of money.
Yeah.
So I was like, thank you. On the question before from Sandy, when he said, what's your favorite video game? There was a follow up from SWC, and he said Elite back in the 80s on a BBC Model B computer. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, I
But
think that was potentially before my time. Like my very first system was ZX Spectrum, and then I quickly went from that, which is like original PC gaming, over to like console. So I done all the whole like Master System, Mega Drive, SNES, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There's one here from Queen Nessie, Spyro. I absolutely used to love Spyro. Who here has played Spyro back in the day? What a shout that is!
Yeah, what was that?
Everyone,
PS1
surely, no matter what age you're at, everyone played Spyro. What a shout from Queen Nessie. Good old Queenie. Yeah, Spyro all the way. Silver Machine, Minor Willie on the ZX Spectrum. I don't know about that.
I'll be honest, I genuinely don't know where my Spectrum went to. I had a carrier bag of games. I genuinely couldn't tell you which games I had. I was probably
covered them all, mate.
5 or 6 when I had that.
Yeah,
it's quite a while ago now. Maybe a little bit older.
Yeah, Vilnius Bounty says, here. Love that, Diaxus. JackStack64 says, I can't compete with the big boys with buying. I just plod along at my own pace. Look, absolutely. Neither can I, JackStacks. That's very relatable for most of us. If that's about stacking, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. This is a big thing, and it's important for me to mention this. It is not a competition. It's about stacking progressively within your own budget at your own pace and seeing your own progress with your own goals. I started in April and I've got maybe nearly 70 ounces now. So some people that might be good. To some people, they may think, well, I buy that every month. I don't care. It's literally what you've got as surplus, as disposable income that you want to invest to do a better thing for the future, for yourself, or for those that you're leaving it to. That's all it's about. It's never a competition, mate.
Yeah, I must admit.
Do you agree with that, Max?
Yeah, I was going to say, I must admit with me, that's much the same, where I don't really do much with crypto these days, but I do stocks and shares, I do precious metals, and I kind of like split what little budget I have between the two. But yeah, so like you say, I love a sovereign. I haven't got 600 quid a month to go buy sovereigns every month. So I've just got a little savings account. I earn, I think it's 6%. I know they're changing the interest. It's probably dropped now, but I earn about 6% on my money. Whatever spare cash I have at the end of the month, I just top up the fund. As soon as I got enough, I pull it out, buy my sovereign, and then it just ticks over, and you just keep going. But yeah, you can buy anything. You can get little, like, same again. I wouldn't necessarily say go out of your way and buy 1/10, like silver or whatever. But yeah, if you can get an ounce, or even if you got to save a little while to get an ounce, just plod along, get what you can afford, and definitely don't go into debt to get it. But yeah, everyone's on their own journey at their own speed, and you just do what you can do.
Well said, mate. Well said. I want to catch up with the chat. I think I'm about 20 minutes behind. So I'm going to whiz through Diaxus. I hope you don't mind.
No,
Silver
no,
Machine says, I regret not buying the Lady D. Is that Lady Diana? Gold crown that I could have bought just over spot at the time. Yeah, that really would be nice. Silver Hordian says, then ask your uncle for some silver. Okay. Yeah, well, my uncle is now Ian, so there we go. He's the uncle. He's the really cool uncle, yeah. Ian certainly is. Auction legend he is, yeah. So this is when I was talking about Ian being my uncle. Queen Natty says, Ian, Day of the Jackal. Oh, yeah, Day of the Jackal. Great series, by the way. Love that. Silverpunk says, I was doing a voiceover. Got a video to get out this evening. Oh, there we go, folks. Check out Silverpunk later this evening. See you all for. What's everyone's plans for tonight? Wish me luck, lol. Silver, are you staying in a tent in the garden? What's going on there? My 4-year-old wants to sleep outside.
Oh, but I did. To be fair, I did see the picture, but nah, sweet man. Yeah, go do some
That's
camping.
lovely,
Even
mate.
if it's in your garden, dude, there's still like a little experience, some memories and stuff.
Yeah, no roundabouts then. Yeah, no, Shiny Silver, you were there last night, mate. No roundabouts. I believe that's called stealth camping, which we learned about from Cider Soundman. Yeah, no, in the garden, nice and safe. Have a good one. Ice and Fire Edward, are you at a campsite? Yeah, cool. That looks nice. Really nice. Thanks for sharing these photos, guys. Sandy Million says copycats everywhere.
Oh, that was the SP taking my name.
Right, yeah, that'll. Like I say, guys, I'm catching up with the chat. Nerd UK with Homer Simpson disappearing into a bush. Robot Toaster, sold. Plenty of copper bullion then, lol. Shiny Silver, do you eat your burgers with or without pickles? That's for you, mate.
Yeah, I've done it. Bit of both, mate. It depends how hungry I am and if I can be bothered to pick them out, but yeah, they don't bother me too much. But I try and avoid them if possible.
Do you know why he's asked that?
Well, because he wants a cheeseburger off of BBA.
No. So, I mean, if BBA is offering out cheeseburgers, maybe. But the reason being is I cooked.
He's just denying his dad one. That was all.
No, well, yeah, I cooked chicken burgers last night live in an air fryer in this channel.
Yeah.
Shiny Silver was there, and I didn't have any pickles or gherkins to go on it, so I let the team down.
On a chicken burger.
Yeah.
Mate, I thought you were going to say you didn't have lettuce for a chicken burger, so you substituted it with pickles, which I was going to say is weird. Mate,
listen, mate, I didn't have anything. All I had was mayo, hot chili sauce, and I had some cheese. That's all I had.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a weird combo, mate, but yeah, is what it is.
I know, mate, I know. Right, Diaxus, Silver Machine says, what's the difference between a hedge and an investment? None in my mind.
I mean, yeah, it's all skeptical. It depends what, you know what I mean? Like, no one knows what the market's going to do, or inflation, or the value of any currency.
No.
So, I don't know. It is what it is, mate. I don't know. We hope that we do it, that it's going to actually beat inflation, but I don't know.
For the purists, all that we can do is look at historical data, which is promising for the future. It's a progression over time, which means you'll be rewarded if you hold long term. And also have a look into what's happening in the real world right now. Sadly, we appear to be on the brink of a World War III. And that does mean that stuff like precious metals would potentially surge in the near future. But also there's tariffs involved as well. I won't go into it. It's not my place. It's not my expertise. But based on what I read and the information I'm seeing available on the internet, the actual, reliable sources, I have every belief that in the next 2 or 3 years, gold sovereigns will be 1K or more, and silver will be probably 35 quid spot.
It's open, mate.
Okay. Yeah. That's it. Joker's Wild says, "Afternoon, everyone. Great to have you in here, buddy. We spoke a few times. I'm happy to see you in here. Calc, is that Cy the Salmon at the door wanting his snog? It may have been, mate, but no. When I went to the door, it wasn't. It wasn't even a postman with some shiny silver. It was some guy asking for directions. So there we go.
Really, they knock on a door
Everyone,
for direction. Jesus.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they knocked on my door either, but there we go. Everyone's saying hello to Jokers. That's good. Welcome, Jokers. Just popped in to say hello. Daughter's birthday today. Have a great evening, all. Oh, thank you for popping in to say hello, mate. And happy birthday to your daughter. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. There we go. Right, what else have we got? Question for you both from Nerd. This is for me as well. Thanks for asking me a question. Nerd UK, to both of you, florins or half crowns? For investment, I go half crowns. For design, I go florins. What about you, Diaxus?
Probably much the same. To be fair, I don't have many of each. That's one thing that I really don't have is much pre-decimal. Yeah, yeah, like you said, probably match what you said, mate.
Yeah, there we go. Lovely stuff. I agree. And Joker's Wild has posted a picture with his daughter. That's lovely, mate. It's lovely. Happy birthday to her. Bless. That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that. Calc says happy birthday, Miss Joker's Wild 234. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Sandy says, question, is there one piece you'd break the bank to get your hands on, Diaxus?
I already done it, mate. It was my Proof Sovereign. That was the one piece that I went above and beyond to make sure I secured. But same again, it's only because the first one that popped up online, I literally, my wages didn't clear in time and it sold. So the second I seen it, I locked that one in.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I when I can get around to a gold sovereign, I'll probably go over best value and just pray.
Oh, that's what I do, mate.
Get a rose gold one.
Pre-owned, best value, just lowest premiums
look,
possible.
Last time I said this, some people didn't agree with it. I just don't want a rose gold one. It's just a preference. It's worth the same. I just would rather have the yellowy gold.
I must admit, so same again, it is what it is. Everyone's got their own like opinions or whatever. For me, I don't care. Gold is gold. It's like you say, it's worth the same. But obviously, like we were saying, it's a journey through your stacking history, whatever. So I actually want to try and get at least one of each year going forward from now. Yeah. So I am going to be date running them. Like going on and then just doing mixed dates for previous, and if I get the dates then it works. But yeah, I don't mind a rose gold one, to be honest, mate. Like when you get them in, like I was full, like, dude, don't get me wrong, I love the history with the old ones, and I will go an old like Queen Victoria versus any sovereign, and I was against the rose gold, but when you actually see one in person, they are actually not that bad. So, and same again, gold is gold, mate.
I've seen one in person. They are lovely. It's just if I had a choice, right? Here's your best value for the same price. You can have, a yellowy gold one or a rose gold one. I would choose the yellowy gold one. They're worth the same. I just would choose that. That's my opinion, my preference. But investment wise, it makes no odds. That's just my opinion.
That's part of the thing that I liked about doing the mixed dates. So you don't actually know what you're getting. So it's a bit, so literally like when you unbox it, like, you're getting a sovereign, but now you don't know what one you get in and what years and and so on and so on. So yeah, for that kind of makes it a little bit exciting because you don't actually know what you're going to receive.
Exactly, mate. I know Nemo did it recently, and he ended up with from a best value, he ended up with a King Edward gold sovereign, which he did very well with, to be honest with you. But on the chat, Calc has said, elf is called health. Wealth is the word health, but with a W for worth, I guess. I think mental health should be called melth, and physical health should be called pelf. Also, is the start of an ice hockey match called puck-off?
I have no idea about the ice hockey. But no, any health, all health is important, both mentally, physically. Like, you need all of it to be able to function. And yeah, I love that. I've slacked on my health slightly, so I need to up my game a little bit, which is something I'm trying to work towards. But obviously, scheduling it is hard. Mate. But I think we all
You're
do,
not
to be
alone.
fair, man. But
We all have slacks. It's hard to stay consistent. Yeah, I want to work on my health too, and I love that. A reason I read that, I love it. There was a powerful message within there from Calc, who's always commenting. I think you have a great sense of humor, Calc. I really do. And there's a sprinkle of humor in there as well, as there always is with you. But yeah, very important. Health is wealth, guys. We've mentioned it a few times tonight. Look after yourselves, and just like Diaxus said, I'm of a similar notion that yeah, I need to work on improving my health if I can. I used to be very much into fitness. I used to love playing football, walking, all that good stuff. I need to get back in the gym and do well. You know, there's more to wealth than just silver punk paws and bullying claims, which we all love. But yeah, I want to get back in the gym soon, Daxus.
yeah, same. The only trouble I got is I haven't got like I have more online friends than I have like real life friends, and same again. People are into their own
Yeah.
interests, so they don't necessarily want to be like a gym bro versus like whatever. So half my mates just want to go to the pub, mate. They don't actually want to go to the gym.
I know what you
So
mean, mate. I do. Before I started stacking, I was in the pub 3-4 times a week. I used to be. If you don't know, I don't know if I said this on this podcast. I've said it on another one. But I used to be very into playing pool. I represented my county. I could have, if I stayed on it and I got better, I could have played for England for pool. And it required a lot of time in the pub, so I used to drink loads, and it's not healthy for you. So
oh, no, this
yeah,
is
but
it, man.
health as well. Very important message, but I've got to keep going. So, Sealful Hoarding says better to shop elsewhere if Ian is in the shop. Lol, yeah, I agree. Silver Machine says gold is that free bullying. Whacker Badger, I made it. Sorry, I'm so late. Being at the beach with the kids, no problem. Go to the beach with the kids over this podcast. That's well more important. I hope you had a good time with the kids. Robot Toaster said gold bullion is VAT free as long as it's sold for less than 1.5 times spot. Is that true?
I don't know, but yeah, the original one was like when I said about is it VAT free gold, which they were confirming.
Wow, okay.
But
There
as
we go.
to the 1.5, I genuinely don't know. Now, there's a lot more smarter people in
BBA,
the chat than me, so they would know.
yeah. BBA says his detector was nearly £500. We spoke about metal detecting and gold panning earlier. His metal detector is nearly £500. This is not cheap equipment, is it?
No. No, but
That's
then
amazing.
I don't know, because same again,
You can
like
get,
the things you could potentially find, like, but same again,
oh,
it's more than like the reward. It's like the actual experience of going out finding it. I would much rather find a gold coin than I just knocked my camera. Much rather find a gold coin than buy a gold coin because there's that much more like connection to it, and you're actually like
yeah.
unearthing history versus like buying something that's got history behind it.
Yeah. Daxis, I'm going to have to go and let Hovis out. He wants
Yeah,
to go to the toilet. I'm going to let him out. Hold the fort the same, mate. See what the questions are.
I'm gonna
I was
say, where
up
do we get
to
up to?
If you can see at 6:33, Crispy has a question for you about did you ever try
6:33.
Unreal Tournament 04? Spent entire days on the servers. If you can go from there, mate, I'll be back soon, guys. We'll move to the giveaway around 7 o'clock. I'm just going to go sort my good little buddy Hovis out, okay?
Yeah, no worries, man.
He's growling at me. I think he needs to go for number 2. Be right back.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah. So Unreal Tournament. I'm gonna say no, I didn't. I remember this. I remember the game, but it's not anything I ever played. What else we got? It's not how big. It's not how big it is. It's how you grow it. So I'm guessing it's okay. Down to your stack. 1 ounce a week. Yeah, 1 ounce a week isn't like overly out of the question. Same again, obviously everyone's budget's completely different. And rather than like doing one a week, I tend to do like multiple whenever I can afford it. So I kind of lean towards buying one or the other. So at the moment I'm saving up for a sovereign, but I have in the background done a couple silver trades off of community members. So that will be in future videos. What else we got? Oh, so Nerds just said then he stopped by McDonald's breakfast. Oh mate, I can't even speak. He stopped by McDonald's breakfasts before work, and that's got got him to 1 gram of gold and an ounce of silver every month. Which, same again, it's the same as anything. Like, you go to do a Starbucks and it's like multiple pounds for a coffee. Like, do you really need that? You could pull back from your lifestyle and then potentially put that into other things and make your money work for you rather than just wasting it. Where are we to? No pickles on burgers. Bad is pineapple on pizza. Which, I don't know, same again, I don't know what the chat feels about pineapple on pizza. I'm more of a meat feast or pepperoni, but yeah, ham and pineapple's not too bad. Mad Cat's with me. Pickles on a chicken burger. Exactly. Jack got 2 rustlers earlier. I hope Jack got 2 rustlers. He literally owed a cheeseburger off a BBA for months. Poor guy's like starving away in his house, man. Loaf of bread will be a 5. Yeah, literally inflation's just going through the roof. You can hardly tell rose gold and gold in the hand. Yeah, 100% nerd. Like, literally, I've just always done mixed dates and I get what I get. And I received a rose gold. And although I prefer the history behind the older coins, like, for me, it doesn't affect. I genuinely don't care which one I get.
I am back.
All right, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, down on 643, mate.
Oh, nice one, mate. You've caught us up. Sorry about that. Hovis needed to do what he had to do in the garden on a freshly mowed lawn. You know what I'm talking about. Right. Okay. Where are we up to? There's a lot of 643.
Silverpunk is where I got up to. How's the eyes, but
yeah. See, old Bohordian got protection tonight in case Little John comes in the night. Wow, he's actually got
I did see, mate.
Oh, well, the Terminator's not going to have any issues because Little John's right here on the Sundays of Craven podcast. Filmus Bounty says, I've been jogging 3.5k a day recently and feel great for it. Well done, mate. 3.5k, that's quite a substantial amount, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, jogging's one thing. I also think, you know, for me anyway, I wouldn't be able to go straight into jogging. I think a walk's really good.
Yeah, low, whatever, like just doing like low intensity cardio, like walking and stuff like that is really good. Like, even if you just, like, I've got a smartwatch that kind of tracks all my steps, but just like looking at what your base level is and just adding a couple hundred or 1,000 or whatever and just build on that is a really good way to get started into it. Yeah, 100%, man.
Slowly, just the same as stacking, build on it slowly and progressively. And I say this a lot. I love walking when I get a chance to do it. I think walking has so many more benefits than just physically. I think if you ever mentally need to just have a bit of a moment, I think going for a walk really opens your eyes to a lot of things. It allows you to think. It clears the mind. It's very healthy. So I encourage anyone, whatever you're going through, go for a walk. That's what I need to do more of. I don't know about you, Diaxus. I need to go on more walks.
Yeah, well, I was trying to hit 10k a day at one point. Admittedly, like, same again, other things happen, so you can't always do it every single day, but yeah, just do it as much as you can do. Like, depending where your like level is, you can only go as high as your level, and you just build on it, like you say. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing. Being active
Silver Machine says Silver Machine says there's more to life than the gym too. Absolutely, there is. I think if you can manage everything equally, you're doing well. And it's
same again. Like, touching on that, it doesn't necessarily have to be the gym. So like, some days at work, I'll get like 7,000-8,000 steps just working. And like, same again, where I'm like a Sparky, so I'm like chasing out walls and I'm like doing power tools and everything else. So it can be, depending on what your job is, you can get a lot of exercise just in like your career. And then obviously the hobbies that you have outside of work, whether that's like cycling, hiking, camping, like whatever, like going out and doing stuff is also activities. Yeah, it's not necessarily like a whole like gym thing, whatever, but
yeah. And the other thing is what you eat, and that leads me on to, I've caught up with the chat. Nerd UK says pineapple and chili with goat's cheese is the game changer. Is that on a pizza or something?
Possibly. I can't say I've ever tried goat's cheese, but
No, Seolfo says, I see why I've put so much weight on. Days I work the other day, I've done less than 1,000 steps. Yeah, I mean, there's been days where I've done less than 300 steps, Seolfo. That's just part and parcel of every day. It's not possible. It's not, mate. But the job you do a really great thing for people to respect for you. BBA says pineapple is only nice in lilt or an ice cream. Okay, yeah. I love a bit of lilt. That rebranded to Fanta, I think.
Yeah, I haven't had lilt in years, man. That's
You can't get lilt
throwback to the old
anymore,
days.
mate. If you want lilt, you have to buy Fanta's pineapple something now. I don't know what it's called, but Queen Nessie says pineapple ring on gammon, pineapple cottage cheese. Yeah. I don't know where's the pineapple stuff come from.
Oh, it's because of Queen Nessie. She was on about pineapple on pizza. It was I think it was referring to your pickles in a cheeseburger, in a chicken burger, and she said that's as bad as pineapple on a pizza.
Yeah, Silverpunk just replied saying to Nerd drizzled with honey, and Jack Stack says stacking with Craven Sunday fight night. Trigger versus Little John Broom versus Staff. What does that mean?
I think he's on about his Trigger character and his backdrop versus Little John. That's a whole new fight altogether. Where everyone's on about Terminator.
What is it with everyone calling out Little John? Do you not realise he will win all battles? See, All4 tried it with the Terminator. I think he's still trying, but let's be honest. Let's just be honest. Little John won that. He did. He ended it. It's done. It's dusted. It's done. And now, Jack Stacks is coming in with Trigger. I mean, I welcome the challenge. Little John, welcomes the challenge, but he's prepared. You've seen what he can do with Staff. It's game over. It really is. It's game over. And we've got a few more minutes, guys. So the last few questions, and then we'll move on to the giveaway. And Diaxus, mate, I've put in a few random things here. Like I say, I've scraped the barrel. There's one precious metal. It's copper. But I bolted up with some random things I found around the house. Okay, that's what I've done.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah.
But, you know, I don't have loads to give away, guys. I mentioned this on the chat. I just give away what I can. So I've had fun with it this time. You're gonna get your poker chips, your stickers. You're going to get something more funny than anything else. So there you go. VB said, had the same broom for 25 years, only had 14 new heads and 12 new handles. If it's not broken, don't fix it, my friend.
I guess if he was replacing heads, it was definitely broken.
Jack Stack says, Trigger has no brain, so he feels no pain. Oh, trust me, when he gets hit by the Little John staff, he will feel more pain than he's ever felt in his entire life. BBA says green grass is Trigger's wingman. Silver, what's in the giveaway? Ooh, Dax, I think the questions have slowed up. Should I show you what's in the giveaway tonight?
On you, mate. Yeah, go for it, man. I'll make your screen bigger if you want to watch it. If you want to show it, sorry.
Yeah, make the screen bigger. Let's show you. Right, so guys, Sundays with Craven, episode 11. This is what's up for grabs, and it's only available. There's currently 34 of you in the audience. Thank you for joining. The 34 of you that are in right now, you guys are all eligible and will all be in with a chance of winning this just by being here. So thank you for being here. So, right, should we start with poker chips? I think we should. Right, so you have got a 365 poker chip. You've also got the Stack of Social Pokemon poker chip. I'll just show you the back of that. It's two-sided. So that is in there as well. Now, it wouldn't be a giveaway on Stacker Social without the Stackers Social poker chip, which is two-sided. On the back, you have a QR code, which is really cool. Takes you straight to Stackers Social. Now, the world's #1 sniper. This is the last one I've got to give away. These are limited. Ian Atterbury's poker chip in the red. Lovely poker chip. The thoughtful Stacker. And on the back, he has nicely got their Stackers Social as well. So Ian Attenbury's poker chips in there. You've got in a capsule Scottish Bullion Collector's poker chip, which is really, really nice. That's in there. You have Nemo Numismatics Mark 1 poker chip. That's in there, guys, as well. This is actually just a standard circular poker chip, but it does come in a lovely case with the foam. So do what you want with it. But I like to keep them in the case. I think they look really nice. And of course, and this is my last one for a while. I need to order some more, but this is the last one for now that I've got spare. You'll have the very last Stacking with Craven poker chip from the first batch I ever got when I started this. So there you go, that's in there as well. And just a quick note, there is a QR code on the back. Don't scan it. It doesn't work. Long story. Right, so how do I explain this?
Just say,
I'm also going to chuck it.
Don't forget to add mine in, mate, and then I'll send you up some spares.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. Right, so thanks for reminding me, mate. You will also get Diaxus poker chip, which I'm going to keep there. And on top of that, you will also get this sticker. So this is from my own personal collection. Dax is going to send me replacements. You'll get his sticker, which is just there, center of my backdrop this evening. Our special guest, Diaxus, and his poker chip. You'll get them as well there in the bundle. Now, how do I explain this? I think I won a few 1 gram Valcambis on whatnot on a few drunken old nights. I actually don't know what these are. Like I said, I'm scraping the barrel. You probably can't even see that. It's a random blue thing. You're going to win that. You're also going to win a random orange thing as well. I don't know what this is.
Not in focus, but yeah. I saw the green thing.
Yeah, that's an orange little alien thing. You're going to win that as well, guys. Now, stickers. You're going to win 365 days of silver business cards. You're going to win 2 of these. Nemo's Numismatics business cards, linked to his channel. And on the back, that is Cy the Soundman and Nemo. And there's a QR code there, which takes you to Stackers Social. You get 2 of them. Keep one, pass one on to a friend. You'll get a smaller Stacker Social sticker. Absolutely love these. You'll get the original square Stackers Social sticker in this bundle. I have run out of Cardiff Gold bags, guys, so I'll put this in a nice jiffy bag for you, and I'll tape it up the best I can. I will send you a tracking number. We don't want any more lost packages. Now, I have also added in, which is from 365, this looks like a bit of a panda. It's 1 ounce of copper, 3/9's fine. I really like the back of this. I don't know if you can see it. The USA. Lovely there.
Yeah,
with
upside
an
down, but
eagle.
yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, won't be a giveaway without a Cardiff Gold pen. There's a Cardiff Gold pen in there, guys. Of course there is. You got to have one of these in your stack. Now, I had to contribute something. I did. I mean, you know, I put my chip in there and whatever else, but I'm going to put in 10p. There's 10p in here for you. Beautiful depiction of Queen Elizabeth II. And then, guys, last but not least, the main prize tonight, I'm also putting in a bag of knickknacks. So, you know, if you weren't more excited about the giveaway than you are now, I put in a bag of knickknacks. You will win all of that just by being here. And don't lie. Do not lie. Don't say anything else apart from the fact that you are absolutely delighted that you could win a Ribs and Saucy bag of knickknacks. What are we saying in the chat? I'll add something Craven says to y'all.
Yeah, I can say Selfridge message. Yes. Nothing wrong with knickknacks, mate. They're banging.
They are one of my favourite crisps. Cal says Rib and Spicy, LFG. Yeah, I know. Yeah, LFG. Yeah, let's go. Beyond 10 says 10p good for scratch cards. Exactly. Can I just say, Daxus?
Yeah, go
on the 10p, mate, you've maybe been stacking for longer than me, but in terms of grading, let's show the depiction of Queen Elizabeth II.
I'm terrible for grading, man. Go on.
I would give this a PS70 personally. I think this is the finest 10p I've ever seen. Can we just certify that?
It's a little bit blurry, but I'll go with that, mate, just to make the giveaway extra special. I'm not gonna lie, though.
This is not...
BB did make me chuckle out loud. I don't know if it picked up on mic or not. But yeah, he's on about like orange thingy, and then a green thingy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So there's a random green thing and a random orange thing. We are so blessed.
Oh, shiny silver.
Well,
the one flavour I don't like. Well, shiny silver. If you don't win, I've got the orange one as well. If you win shiny silver, I'll give you the orange one. Is that fair? Mad Cat says knickknacks. SBC says knickknacks. Look, everyone's saying I love it. Look, guys, What a giveaway! A bag of knickknacks. I mean, who's giving away such generous things on a Sunday?
Scrap the silver giveaways, mate. Just add some knickknacks. There we go.
There's no silver. There's no silver. I said, look, I can't be giving away silver. The only reason I have done every week is because guys in the community are giving away stuff. You know, this is about the chat and Diaxus as a special guest and more importantly a good friend. This has been a wonderful chat. But that is the
Thank you, mate.
That is the giveaway. And CL4 says he's going to add a 2020 Lion of Mortimer non-precious metals version to spice up the giveaway. CL4, you're always so generous and you always want to give. That's so kind, mate. So I can't show it, guys, but our good friend here, CL4 Audience, added in a 2020 Lion of Mortimer. That's really kind, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, man. Mate, honestly, CL4 is like an absolute legend. He's a bit of a dark horse. I don't know if like everyone follows him, but they should do. Like his little treasure hunts, they're like actually epic, mate. Like I went on a IRL treasure hunt the other day just purely because of CL4. So yeah, mate, I don't even know. I'm not even 100% sure where it's to, but I was gonna showcase it on a video soon. There we go. There's some of it, mate. Like literally, he goes into the wild. And he'll put a little location and he puts these little cards out. And then he gives away little bits of free silver.
He is giving out. Honestly, I don't know how many exactly. We did confirm it once, but he's given out probably about 200 grams plus in silver. He's given out pre-decimal stuff. You know, he's done so much for people that he doesn't even know who are going to find these things. So credit to CL4. I've said it many a times. Very generous person. A very good friend of mine personally. We speak every single day privately. And CL4, thank you, mate. And I can't wait to have you back on the panel. You are a legend. Mate, so thank you for that, guys. This is a lovely giveaway.
He's just put in the chat 851 grams he believes in just treasure hunts.
Oh my God. I said over 200 grams. Guys, it's 4 times that.
Mate, where are you hiding all this silver, man? I only found 2 little cards. I need to travel 800,
more. That's like 25 ounces of silver. That's like
crazy.
Well, that's like nearly $1,000 in cash that he's given away to unknowns, like people he doesn't even know, randomers who could pick it up. That's how generous CL4 Hordian is, guys. If you haven't already, check out CL4 Hordian on YouTube. Absolute legend.
I'll tell you everyone in the chat touching on that before we go too far away. Mate, he put, I can't remember what the coin was in question, but he put like an ounce of silver out on the Severn Bridge. And it was a family out on a bike ride. And the little girl found it and they messaged him. Like, absolutely made her day, mate. Like, that the little girl found this ounce of silver. So, yeah, super wholesome, everything he does, man.
It's the best thing. Is that it's ever so generous, but what's more valuable than an ounce of silver is
knickknacks.
How...
Oh, gone.
Knickknacks, of course. We'll allow knickknacks there, mate. Well said. But apart from knickknacks, just how, if it's a little girl on a bike ride or something, how happy they're going to be receiving a random ounce of silver that they've come into. I mean, CL4, keep doing what you're doing, my friend. You're you're an absolute legend, and thank you for being so generous. So, guys, that's in there. Silverpunk says a jar of gherkins. Unfortunately, not, mate. As you know from last night, I don't have any gherkins, so I can't put them in there. But if you want to donate a jar of gherkins, be my guest. Villainous Bounty's here for the snacks. Exactly, guys. Look, what do we say in the lyrics, VB? Grab a drink and some snacks, and maybe your favourite coin. Well, the snacks tonight is knickknacks. There we go. And guys, if you win and you're not happy with Ribs and Saucy, which is my favourite flavour, I have the orange one as well. Do you know what the orange one's called? Does anyone know?
Nice and spicy, is it? Nice and spicy or something?
Nice and spicy. Yeah, you can have nice and spicy instead if you want. I will send you that. Guess what? You're awesome, says Ian Attenbury. Love it. 851 grams now, CL4. What a legend. Ian Attenbury confirms that. Calc says that's more than my entire stack. Bless you.
Mate, it's more than mine, dude. No. What was it? 20... Was it, what did he work out? It was 27 ounces or something. No, it's not as much as mine, but that's still...
It's got to be at least 25 ounces, that, mate.
I think someone put 27, but that's still an insane amount to give away, man.
Robot's done the maths, thank you. 27.18 troy ounces has been given away at least by CL4 Hordian. You deserve a knighthood, my friend. And in his most recent video, he's on about hiding a Gothic 1-ounce silver bar. You know, the recent release from Roman?
I can't say I do, mate, but it doesn't surprise me though. Honestly, Cellforce a legend, mate.
There we go. Shout out to CL4.
the only
Nerd
thing-
UK says,
The only thing that annoyed me with Cellforce is he came near my area to do a little drop off, and I was planning to give him my poker chip and sticker in person, and then he scarfered back home before I could meet him. But
yeah, he's a man of stealth.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's because he was trying to protect his Terminator.
Yeah, mate, he can try, but Little John's out and about. Anyway, Nerd UK says, in fact, Craven, you will be one of the only places to get the limited Nerds Beasts. Ooh! Guys, is this an exclusive? What's the Nerds Beasts? Does anyone know?
We need a picture in the chat, don't you think?
Nerd, come on. What are you talking about there? Don't tease me like this. SBC says treasure hunts may be coming to Scotland soon. Ooh! It's a bit far for me, mate, but anyone in Scotland, I'm sure Nemo will be all over it. Love it. CL4's inspiring people. Alexander the Great, 1-ounce round. Very kind nerd says, miss stacking with Craven, of course. Warms the heart, stuff like that. Yes, Luke, it really does, mate. The girl's photo was amazing. Love it. Can tell CL4 works in the NHS. Such a genuine gentleman. Yeah, this is what I was saying before, Danny Millington. CL4 was saying about, he doesn't do many steps in a day. But what you do, mate, working in the NHS is commendable. We need more people like you in this country. We really, really do. So credit to you. I want to do a geocache, but don't know how to set it up, says BBA. I've done that when I was younger. So much fun. Some say CL4 Hordian has also been putting silver in knickknacks bags. Oh my God, has he really? Don't know if I can give this away now, guys. Has he got silver in it? I don't know. Baron Vampsky reckons so. Nice and spicy, says VB. What else have we got? Any scampi and lemon? No, I just what did we say it was, Dax? It's the orange one.
Nice and spicy. Yeah.
Sorry, All City Anarchy. I only have this or the orange. If you win, you have a choice of two. But I fronted my favourite flavour, ribs and saucy. So if you don't like that, you have one other choice. Or if you don't want it, I'll eat it myself. No problem. Yeah, okay. Queen Nessie, if you win, I will personally buy you some onion rings, okay? Because you're just amazing. So yeah, I will do that. If that's what it takes, guys, if you win and you're not happy with this, I will go out of my way and buy you your favourite bag of crisps, okay?
I thought we were promoting health as wealth, and now you're giving away snacks.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, this is only a singular bag. You get those like Doritos bags. It's like, family share bags. I'm not sharing that.
Well, this is it, mate. That was my issue back in the day, mate. I used to stream like between 5 and 10 hours a day. So it was like literally pizza, crisps, like it was all junk food, mate. That's where a lot of my weight got added on, but.
Oh, mate, I'm the same. I'm guilty of a takeaway here and there. It's just, it's one of those things, mate. It's one of those things. Nerd says SP, so Silverpunk, and Nemo know about the Nerds Beast, lol. Damn you, autocorrect. Right, Nerd, what are these? What are these Nerds Beast, guys?
I think you're going to have to wait and find out, mate, when he sends you one.
Nerd's not giving anything away. He's not. And the guys are waiting for the giveaway. I mean, I've shown what it is, but Calc says, according to a Tesco New York cheesecake, I am indeed a family of 4.
I'm going to have to start making a list up, so I'll start working on that as well, mate.
Yeah. All right, mate. Thank you so much, Diaxus. If you can make a list, buddy, and put yourself in it as well, Diaxus. I know you're sticking to it.
Mate, I put myself in every week, and I still never win.
Oh,
it's
put
hard
yourself
work, man.
in twice.
This wheel is brutal, mate.
Put yourself in twice. Go on.
I'm going to do twice, mate. That's a bit harsh.
Do me a favour, though.
Go on, then.
Because this gentleman who I'm about to say, there's two that do so much for me in the background. They may not be here right now, but I don't care. I make the rules on this podcast.
Go on, then.
Put Nemo and Benson's in this giveaway, please.
Right,
both
do you know
close
what
friends.
I thought you were going to say put Little John in because you wanted to keep the knickknacks for yourself. But, all right. Yeah, no, we will do that, mate.
No. I tell you what. Put Little John in, and if Little John wins, I'll still give away everything. We'll rerun it, but I'll keep the knickknacks.
Yeah, if you want, mate. That's fine. Right, hold on. Then Nemo.
Yeah, Sandy Millington said, can you put Nemo Jr. in? And I agree with that. Look, the reason being, guys, Benson is not here with us, and Nemo is actually working. He's also a nurse.
What about
and he's the only reason
Nemo?
The only reason Nemo's not here is because he's working for the NHS. Otherwise, he would be. So he has every damn right to be in this giveaway because he's a close friend and he's always here. So I'm sure no one will have an issue with that.
Okay, so we're gonna add all 3 because there's 2 kids in it. So.
Oh, Calc's getting serious, mate. He said, is it Wii Nemo as well?
Yeah. Although me being a retro gamer, I put Wii as in like Nintendo Wii, so.
That's fine. Calc says in capitals. Calc says, "I swear to God, I just want the knickknacks, mate." Look, Calc, send me a private message. We can work something out, mate. If it's that serious that you get a bag of knickknacks, just send me a private message, mate. I'll do you a solid. Beyond 10 says Little John will keep. Look, Beyond, if Little John wins, those knickknacks will never be seen again. I'm telling you in advance. That's what's happening. Scottish Bullion says, replying to Queen Nessie, be defrosted by the time I can get down there. Because Queen Nessie said, Calc, I just bought the cinnamon bun cheesecake. Lovely stuff. It's defrosting.
And so the big question is, if Miss Craven wins, who gets the knickknacks?
Right, Miss Stacking with Craven, are you still with us here, my love? She is. Miss Stacking with Craven. If Little John wins, all right, whatever.
No, if she wins, do you steal the knickknacks?
Oh, sorry. She's typing. If you win, Miss Stacking with Craven, what happens to the knickknacks? Can you let everyone know? They will be gone by the time I get there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sorry, guys. Look, it's all fair game. She's not with me here. Little John decides who wins, and she's part of the audience. So if she wins, she wins. And if those knickknacks get eaten, they get eaten. It's nothing to do with me. But there's a 1 in 38 chance. Or maybe 1 in 40 something. I don't know. But thank you so much. Just to reiterate, thank you so much. There's nearly 40 of you here that have been all the way through. Thank you for joining us. This podcast is all about having a good laugh on a Sunday. And I hope that it's been that for you. Amazing special guest, Diaxus, who is very kindly recording this as he always does. And it will go on my YouTube afterwards. And I put what I can into a giveaway. As you can tell this week, I have had a whip round. I don't have any silver to give you, but I hope that you enjoy knickknacks and 10p's. So yeah, there you go. Hovis eats them. No, I can't give it to Hovis. That would make him very unwell, but I'm sure he would love to. That's who he blames whilst having knickknack dust around his mouth. Yeah.
I was thinking the same. Lost in transit, and he's got ribbon, what was it? Ribbon tasty or whatever it is. Rib crumbs around his chin.
Yeah, that's funny. Beyond 10 says, weigh them on the scales 50-50. Yeah, no, I'd love to, mate. But Danny Millington said something that's so true. That was back in 1990 when you got more than 2 crisps in a bag. Yeah, right. I got a bag of Monster Munch the other day, guys. The pickled onion ones, the purple ones. And I'm not joking. I think I got 4 Monster Munch in there. What is inflation doing to us?
Yeah, it's an absolute joke. Mate, not only did they put the price up, they also shrink the size of... Mate, when we was a kid, like, you used to get like a Mars bar and it's the size of your blimmin' forearm. Like, now it's like a little fun size. Like it's come out of a celebrations box.
Yeah, literally. It's a joke. And now you pay for those duo Snickers. I love a Snickers, by the way. But even the duo ones are bloody tiny.
Well, that does make us all sound old. Back in our day when we had Mars bars.
Well, here's the ultimate one, guys. Whilst we're talking about inflation, it's very relatable to stacking and stuff. But let's talk about Freddos. Who remembers the price of Freddos?
You need a mortgage for a Freddo these days, man.
Oh, mate, I swear they're like 60 or 80p for a bloody Freddo.
Idea, mate. No idea, but yeah, I tend not to buy it anymore.
I remember Freddos being like 5 or 10p when I was growing up.
I think they were 10p when I used to buy them, but...
Yeah, 10, 15p. Back when you'd get that, you'd get one of the fudges, you'd get a chomp. You know, who remembers those good days? Back in my day when we had Marathon. Oh, SBC. Do you know what? Snickers is cool, but Marathon sounds better. It really does. It definitely does. What else have we got? Queen Nessie says, deep fried Freddo in my chippy, 50p. What, is that still happening now, Queen Nessie? A deep fried Freddo?
Yeah, they always used to deep fry Mars bars and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, I've had a deep fried Mars bar. Is that a Scottish thing?
I think it was, but then it kind of like travelled south. But do you ever
Yeah.
remember like the whole
Yeah,
Yorkie campaign? Like they'd never get away with doing that nowadays.
yeah. Miss Stacker with Craven, who does all the shopping, by the way, she says, so she knows farm foods do the best deals. 10 packs of super noodles for £1. Yeah, look, guys, if you have a week where you need to eat and you haven't got loads of money, 10 packs of super noodles for £1. Miss Stacker with Craven
Was that
knows.
true?
Sandy Millington says penny sweets, blackjacks, and fruit salads. Oh my God. Diaxus, did you ever enjoy blackjacks?
Yeah, I don't mind blackjacks.
They are an
I
old
know
school sweet
people like
candy.
don't like licorice and well, same as anything. People have their own taste, but yeah, blackjack's alright.
Yeah, yeah. Silver Machine says Snickers are rubbish now, just bits of peanuts. I still like a Snickers, but I know what you mean. Queen Nettie says bounties and cream eggs. Oh, cream eggs. Yay or nay, Diaxis? Cream eggs.
Yeah, I don't mind them, but I'm not a major fan. Yeah, they're not too bad. Not my favourite.
All City Anarchy says, does anyone remember trios? I can't remember a trio. What's that?
I don't know. Don't even know if I remember it, to be honest.
Yeah. Miss Stackham McCraven's going to buy me some gherkins for £1 for my chicken burger. Thank you. I think that's probably Silverpunk's influence. Yeah, it is. Snacking with Craven, a new mukbang podcast coming soon to a
Mate,
Discord near you. There we
that's
go.
classic, man. Whoever come with that is genius.
Who said that? Who said snacking with... I'll give credit to them. Who said it? Of course, it was Calc.
Yeah, love it, mate.
Between him and Nemo, they're like the king of memes, I've got to say. Mojo Chews. Wait, 1 to 2p each. Yeah. Oh my God, so much good stuff.
Like, can you even?
Yeah, no.
Like, all jokings aside, can you actually buy a penny sweet anymore? Or are they all
No, I
like
don't think
10p
so.
sweets?
But a very important matter. Sandy
Oh.
Millington has posted something of a guy eating a cream egg whole. I've got to say, I don't know about you guys. When I have a cream egg, it goes in whole, just like Sandy said. I'm not messing about, licking it all, biting the outside. It goes in one, and it's done in seconds. No messing about. What are your thoughts?
I mean, is what it is, mate. I don't know. Well, I wouldn't say I'll go like licking it and stuff, but no, you just, I don't know, bite the top half and then bite the bottom half.
Oh,
Probably
I've just
down
been
in
done
two.
completely. I've been busted here. Miss Stacking with Craven says, quote, snacking with Craven, talking about snacks for the last half an hour whilst promoting health is wealth.
Exactly, and giving away snacks.
I'm giving away
mate.
knickknacks.
Dreadful,
Stop it.
buddy.
Stop it, Miss Craven. I'm trying to do a good thing. This is a small bag. I would eat like 6 of these in one sitting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, little does he know, it was a multi-pack, but before the live, he ate the other 6 packets.
Yeah. Ian Atterbury says, cream eggs aren't my thing. Shiny Silver says, I like to lick the cream egg out. Oof, God. We'll leave that one there. Queen Nettie says, down in one, especially the white chocolate cream eggs. Yeah. Beyond 10 says, can't find Tunnock snowballs anywhere. Ah, Tunnock snowballs. Oh my God. Never mind health is wealth. They are beautiful.
When
They
you say,
really are.
what's that, the marshmallow coconut things?
Yeah, anything Tunnock's is nice. They do wafer bars, they do Tunnock's tea cakes, they do snowballs. They're in the classical vintage yellow and red packaging, which you should all know, especially in the UK. They are amazing. Wash it down with some tatty water. Yes, BBA. Wash it down with some tatty water. Ah, yes, they do. Yeah. Anything to do with farm foods, guys? Ask Miss Craven. She does the shopping. She knows. She gets all the bargains. We regularly do this thing, right? Where if we're having dinner, we'll say we'll do a £5 challenge. We'll get dinner between us for £5 because it's all about saving money. Sometimes we do it. Sometimes we just get carried away with the bargains and spend about £12 and eat it all. But overall, she gets some absolute bargains, and I don't go shopping. I'll be honest, I just don't. Maybe I should do it more. I'm out of touch with it, but she gets some absolute bargains.
I can say 10 noodles for £1, mate. That's actually kind of crazy.
It is
I might be
10p for a
sleeping
pack
on
of
that
super
shop, man.
noodles.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you've got a week where you need to get by, noodles aren't too bad for you. 10 noodles for £1. I'm sorry, but £1, you can afford that to live for like a few days.
Yeah, or
There you
even
go.
Aldi, they're like 50, 60p, whatever they are.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Miss Craven should start a YouTube channel about bargain deals from grocery stores. That's what I think.
Life hack. Just live on 10p super noodles and you can like buy an ounce of silver every week.
Yeah, I've just realised something that VV spotted out. £5 meal question mark. Ian Attenbury likes £50 beef joints. He does. Ian Attenbury's had a beef joint tonight that he paid £26 for. I mean, we can't all live the life of Ian Attenbury, the world's #1 sniper. He eats like a king, and good on him. But some of us over here, we have to have super noodles. 10 for £1. It's just how it goes. What's this? Craven on his wedding day. Yeah. Do you know what, Sandy? That's probably true, mate. That's me trying to breakdance or whatever. Soup barrel. I'm sure he's only got a £50 beef as the bloke in the front got a £45 one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what's this?
No, more like the bloke on the table next to him had his food coming out from the kitchen and he sniped it off his plate. That one's mine.
Like that. Guys, this is a podcast where we talk about precious metals, we talk about the special guests and their journey. But this particular episode, is anyone else just feeling really hungry? Oh. And also, I wanted some of Ian Atterbury's beef joint, but he's eating it all. He's eating a lot. It's gone. He's not sharing any of it.
I can say that's one thing I don't do is waste food. Whatever I cook, I eat. I always weigh out my food anyway, but yeah, what I cook, I eat. Yeah, you wouldn't get that with me. What is we've got like a default profile orange with an A. Do you know who that is?
No.
If not, they're going to be just on the list is A.
Wait, hang on. What was the logo?
It's just an orange logo, mate. It just says A.
Oh, All City. Just put All City. It's All City Anarchy. But just quickly, I'm getting a bit of stick in the chat here. Miss Stacking with Craven says, go and make another chicken burger without gherkins and salad. Look, I didn't have gherkins and salad. I had what I had. A nerd says, Stacking with Craven, are you off to the air fryer again? Look, if I need to have air fryer burgers at 12 o'clock on a live, I will do that. I was a hungry guy.
Mate, I don't think you're getting rid of this snacking with Craven from now on. I think it's stuck.
Well, if that's what the people want, I mean, most of my cooking's done with an air fryer. Like, I'm not. It's not hard. What's this? Queen Nessie. Oh, cinnamon bun cheesecake. Look at that. Oh, she's got the chocolate eclairs as well. Oh my god, guys, I'm so hungry. How's the giveaway wheel looking, Diaxus? I'm gonna have to get some food soon.
I think we're pretty much done, mate.
Oh, are we ready for the giveaway, guys? You've made me so hungry. There's 36 of you in here. I'm salivating at the thought of this.
Apparently, I've got 44 names, though, mate. So,
that
would make sense. Nemo's and Little John, and yeah.
So you should have added on top of the names in here. I wanted Benson's, Nemo, Nemo Junior, Wee Nemo.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. And make sure you're in there as well, mate.
Yeah.
Little John, if Little John wins, I will rerun it, but I get to keep the knickknacks. That's just for a bit of fun.
Starving McCraven. That's what he is now, mate, this week. That's
torture. Starving McCraven next week.
Torture looking at the knickknacks in front of him, not being able to
if you guys win and Little John doesn't win, I don't get knickknacks tonight. So, yeah, if you want to feel guilty, fine. But what I will say is, whoever wins, I ask this every time. If you win, can you please post a picture in this chat room opening the giveaway? Because if somebody wins this, I'd love to see the knickknacks. I just would. Just do it for the fun. But yeah, I'm ready for the giveaway whenever you are, Diaxus.
All right, mate. 2 seconds. We should be able to get that one up. Same again, guys. If you double click, you can make that full screen. And then for the purposes, go on.
Yeah, before we start, Miss Stacking McCraven has asked, have I eaten today? And she said a cider doesn't count. So the answer would be no.
I say, does 2 ciders count?
If you didn't say a cider doesn't count, then I would have said yes. But no, I haven't eaten today. So if somebody wins my knickknacks, I'm done. That's it. I'm not eating. So there we go.
That's as bad as poor old Jack Stacks, mate, with his cheeseburger.
Yeah.
To be fair,
right.
I've not eaten a lot, and I've had God knows how many rum and coke. So
good,
man.
this is what
mate.
Sunday's for.
Exactly.
It's not about drinking. It's about good vibes. But guys, can everyone now see on Diaxus' share screen? Can you see Little John's Wonder Wheel? Because the way we're going to do this, yeah, everyone can see it. Okay, I can see some yeses. Yeah, right, guys, we're moving on to the giveaway. First one in the chat from when I say go. From when I say go, decides how many shuffles. 3, 2, 1, go. How many shuffles? Right, I've got. It doesn't matter actually.
Shiny and silver.
Shiny silver.
2. Yeah. So is it
yeah,
2?
2 shuffles. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's 2. And then we just need a. What time do you want to run it for? Do you want it for 60 seconds this time? Because we shortened it for Brits and Sobs, didn't we?
Do you know what? Make it. It's the 11th episode. Make it one. Can you make it 1 minute 10 seconds?
Max out at 60, mate.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, right, Diaxus. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me on your Sunday evening. It's been an absolute ball with our special guest Diaxus. I've enjoyed the chat engagement. Good luck in the giveaway. We're going to spin the wheel in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin the wheel, Diaxus. Let's go. Who's going to be episode 11's winner? This wheel is so intense. It's very dizzy. I don't know what to do with myself. It spins rapidly, and then in about 10 seconds, it will slow down. But let me tell you, when it slows down, you really don't know when it's going to stop. It just keeps going. It's so intense. We are starting to slow down. Who is going to take this week's giveaway? I can see some names. Where is it going to stop? It's really starting to slow down now, guys. Benson, Danny, Wills, Chloe, Ice and Fire, Luke, Ninja, Nessie, Jack, Stacks, BBA, Demo, Robot, Toaster, Sandy. Oh
hey, Little John is coming in. I think it might go past him, though.
It's not. Surely it's not Little John.
Mate, he gets.
It's going to be. It's going to be you.
Close, man.
It's going to be you.
It's Tony, Jamie Frost, mate. Let's see it.
No, Tony D. Well done,
Jamie, man. It's not stopped.
It's Tony D, mate.
Oh, so close, man.
Oh my God. Oh, Tony D, congratulations. You have won on Little John's Wonder Wheel. You've won a bag of knickknacks, a copper round, a 10p piece, some random blue and orange things, some poker chips, and some stickers. Send me a private message with your address, and I will get that sent out to you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in to episode 11, Sundays with Craven. Guys, thank you for being part of that giveaway. It was a bit different to normal, but either way, bit of fun. Dax, is that you nearly won? Little John nearly won.
Close, mate.
It's a good wheel.
That's the thing with the wheel, mate. You do not although it's like slowing up, you genuinely do not know. I thought Jamie was going to snag it right at the very end.
Yeah,
it is a very intense one, mate.
Yeah, Tony D, you are in here right now, mate. Well done. I can see you live. You have won. Send me a private message with your address, and I will send that. He says, "Thanks a lot." No problem, mate. Quick question: whilst we are live, Tony D, this is to you. Now, part of the giveaway is a bag of knickknacks, ribs and saucy. Do you want ribs and saucy, or do you want the orange knickknacks, which is nice and spicy, or do you want me to go and get you your favourite bag of crisps? What do you want? Let's see what he says, guys. It's very important. Both. You can't have both.
Orange one, mate.
Orange one, please.
Nice and spicy.
Oh, orange one. Yeah, no problem, mate. I will send you the nice and spicy. I will keep these for myself. Miss Craven, this is my dinner tonight. There we go. She'll be happy with that. Not. Well done. Tony, you have won the Lion Mortimer coin from CL4 Hordian, very generously donated. So when I get your address, I'll forward that to CL4 Hordian, who will also send you that coin because CL4 is just one of the most generous guys I've ever known. So you've won more than what I've shown tonight, and well done. Diaxus.
Yes, mate.
Where are we, mate? We're 2.5 hours deep. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on tonight, mate.
Likewise, mate. Yeah, like I say, it was bit short notice, but like I said, I pulled through, and I ain't gonna leave you hanging, mate. I'm gonna. I got your back. So yeah.
You did, mate.
Anytime, mate. You know that.
I know, mate. You spent what 24 hours searching for an old
Well,
webcam to
for the
do this.
actual webcam, like legitimate, probably about 5 or 6 hours, and then messing about for an hour trying to get the rotation of the camera, and yeah.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, mate.
Just a quick mention here. Nerd UK, who says, "Don't forget, my charity auction ends at 8 p.m. It's in the auction room, and it's for the Little Princess Trust. A really good cause. I am also adding a bespoke 3D printed box. So everyone, check out that. It's for a good cause. For the Little Princess Trust, Nerd UK. Check out that. I see a lot of love on that message." Which is good to see. Everyone check that out. It ends at 8 o'clock. We're going to be ending this in the next couple of minutes. So thank you for reminding me of that, nerd.
I'm gonna say,
I hope that there's...
Bjorn put a question in, mate. What's Little John's favourite flavour? Or potentially favourite snack?
I don't know. I mean, he'll eat whatever's going, to be fair.
Just scram
Do you know
whatever's
what?
coming.
This is how much my partner knows me. If I get asked what's my favourite snack, you'd have more hope asking Miss Craven. So if you're still here, Miss Craven, can you please answer that? What's mine or Little John's favourite snack? Let's just see if you've got time. And there's a lot of people saying thanks for tonight, Diaxus, stacking with Craven. Love tonight.
Welcome,
Thank
guys.
you from Cal. Yeah, fizzy fish. So that'll
Fizzy
be sweet.
fish.
The Maynard's fizzy
Fangs.
fish. I love them. Fizzy Fangs. Ian says, great live, guys. Thank you. He's there with his red wine, as always. Great stream, says Silverpunk. Look, thank you so much. We're going to wrap this up, guys. Diaxus, before we go, now, next week, I will have another special guest. But you will have a part to play in that, because what I always do is ask the guest for a question for the next week's guest. So, do you have a question that I can ask next week's special guest?
I don't, but I will go back on the one that I asked in a previous live. In history, any time in history, place, whatever, where would you most likely want to go travel to witness an event that happened previously? So that could be
in
like,
history, where would
or anywhere. That could. So I said when I done mine, it was go to like the Roswell and see if it did actually crash. It was a weather balloon or whatever it was. Other people, I know Ian said Battle Hastings or whatever it was, or Waterloo. So so where in history, if you could go back any time in history, where would you go, and what event would you like to see?
I love that, mate. I will ask that question. Thank you very much. Everyone's saying thank you. Great live. Myself and Diaxus. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Something the nerd said. He said, "I'll throw in a Nerds Beast into." I don't know what these Nerds Beasts are. What are you? Is that into this? Is that into the giveaway that Tony D has won? Just before we end, nerd. What are these Nerds Beasts? Does anyone know? Oh, right. Okay. With a face.
Oh, supposed
I'm gonna have to read it.
Bulldog of England.
With a face only a stacker could love and a growl that scares away fiat currency, this squat legend guards your stack like it's the last tin of corned beef post-Brexit. Draped in Union Jack swagger and powered by pure stubbornness, he's not just a symbol of Britain, he is Britain. If Britain had 4 legs and snored like a freight train, that must be it, guys. I mean,
I love it, mate.
That looks amazing. I want one of them. So, Tony D, my interpretation of that is you're also going to get one of them. So it might take a couple of days to get everything in with the All Fours donation, Nerds donation. You're going to get a good bundle, my friend, and well done. Diaxus, do you have any last words for today's podcast?
Not really, mate, other than thanks for having me. Obviously, it was all a bit last minute, but yeah, likewise, any other time in the future, I'm always happy to jump in and help out where I can. So, yeah, that's about it, really, mate.
Thank you for making this possible. It was last minute, and that can happen, guys. I'm trying to run this weekly. Can't always guarantee guests will be available. So we do our best. But I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And from my side, thank you for tuning in to episode 11. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to next week. We will, of course, go live at 5 with another special guest. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. Happy stacking, keep grinding, and from my side, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.